morning, everybody. How is it going? I'm doing good, and I hope you guys are too. Back today, playing some more Dread Delusion. And Argo coming in with the elastic check. It's still springy, it's still stretchy, it still snaps back. Thank you so much, Argo. And Argo coming in with the word redeem. Here before the streamer bots woke up. I know. You're too fast. Too quick. What's up, Argo? How you doing, man? And Frosty's asking, how did Renixala Terrace in Hong Kong get its unusual name? Renixala Terrace in Hong Kong reportedly got its name from a chemical area leading to the reversal of Alexander. Oh. Bev, I don't think your door named a terrace in Hong Kong. That would be really weird, and it probably wouldn't be in an apartment somewhere if it somehow did. It'd be like in a museum. That door belongs in a museum. You're wrong, by the way. It takes 9 million experience. 10 mil? Oh my god. Where do you even get that to level up? Okay, let me go close Cozy's door real quick before she sneaks up and strangles me. Okay. And the word is ammo. Ammunition. Ammo. 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 I need some ammo over here! I'm running low on ammo! Me badoop. Alright. It's actually a decent amount of areas to go anywhere between 1.5 to 2.5. Wow. Alright, so first stop is Rustburg over there. Go back over there, and then the next stop is probably the Clockwork Kingdom, if I had to guess, because we got the passport to go there. You're right about there being strong enemies. This dude decimated your team so I can take their dead bodies out so you can't Oh goddamn, that sucks. It's like, not only will I kill your whole team, I will then remove them from existence so you cannot revive them. Honestly, optional bosses do be wild like that. Alright, we'll do this. Before we go to the Clockwork Kingdom, I gotta find out... I wanna go back to the bell tower. I wanna meet Pagooth. You know what? Let's go to the bell tower first, actually. Where... Inquisition rate, I'm there. It's the Brigand Tower. Bell tower. Okay. Yeah, I thought I was kind of close. Follow the path, go up into the mountain. Okay. Hold on, Cozy's hollering something at me. Heyo, am I showing on you guys' screen? Can you see the game, or is it the dictionary? Okay. You can see... Okay, it was just Cozy's then. Thank you, though. Yeah, she hollered at me, and I was like, that's a problem. God damn it, Store, you typing it like that just made me lose. And now everyone else has lost the game. Life is truly cruel and unkind. It doesn't work like that. It clearly states in the rules, Rule 2, subsection B, you can never quit playing the game. Yeah, I didn't want to lose the game either, and then somebody just typed it like that. So guess what? Now we've all lost. Everybody say thank you, store. Why do the godlets just grow back like this? That's kind of weird if you ask me, bruh. Taking your ball and you're going home? You go home then. You go home and I'll burn your house down. Alright. I want to make a tribute to Pegooth. Very well. Very well. At ages past, those loyal to Pegooth would ferment a delicious wine from the mushrooms of the island. They would throw exuberant parties and delight in its greatness. Bring this wine, and Pegooth will grant you an audience. Burn your house down. It'll be paid off by insurance money. But then won't you just have to use that money to buy another house? But I can see that Pegooth wants for nothing. Are my prayers not enough? You speak truth, of course. Pegooth is excess inherent. And he is greatly pleased that you see this. Take this symbol. Go to the castle that lingers above these lands. Search beneath it for a cave, and with this symbol you will be granted admission. Go now and bask in his glory. Cool! We get to meet a god of life turned cancerous. I cannot wait to see this. Might actually doing you a favor. You owe the bank like $500,000 almost. I just had like a crisis reading that. I had a secondhand crisis reading that. Go back to renting. You spent like 4 years saving up for the house down payment. That's insane. That is... Oh, that is so much money. Alright, well, let's go under this castle over here and meet the god. And then we gotta go to Rustburg, which is somewhere... I've been there. Rustburg, over here. Okay, so yeah, Rustburg's that way, but the castle is over here. Trading to see what a house is worth in like 2008. Yeah, stupid me being in elementary school instead of buying a house with my lunch money. I mean, technically you can still get houses for that much. It's just not where anybody wants to live. Like, my brother's house was only like 125 to 150K. I try not to keep like exact tabs on people's financials if they're not mine, so I don't know for sure. But his is at least a 15 to 20 minute drive to an actual like highway. Not even like a major highway, a local highway. The boss is crazy, not gonna lie. The boss is just like, you don't have to be here. Why are you so hard? You're doing this to yourself. House prices have inflated an insane rate in the last 20 years. It's because we're not building new ones. Because the building of new houses drives the value of existing houses down. So a lot of people who own houses are against building new houses because then their investment becomes worth less money. Wait, this is Rustburg. This is the wrong place. It's like, let's say you paid $500,000 for your house. if they build 100 new houses near where you live, that's going to drive the price of your house down. So suddenly you owe more than it's worth. Conceal your shield, take the dead off the field, and reduce your HP to 1, and all those actions don't take a turn. He gets like 15 D&D bonus actions. Oh my god. You don't use D&D logic in RPGs? They didn't either. They just let this boss do a million different things in one turn. Is that the castle? No, that's not the... Where is this castle I'm looking for? That's Rustburg. Oh, no, this is the castle. Okay, I just went too far down the road. That's what it feels like, yeah. D&D combat didn't make a lot of sense physically. A full year playing D&D to not hate D&D combat. That's actually wild to me. I always thought D&D combat was fun. Like, it makes sense in the context that each turn in D&D takes like 6 seconds. And it's simulating like physical combat on paper. Enjoy role-playing more than combat, but you don't enjoy it now. You do enjoy it now, okay. You think you didn't like it because you didn't understand it for a while? I mean, that's fair. It's just, you become another... And Bumble, coming in with the elastic check. It's still springy, it's still stretchy, it still snaps back. Thank you so much, Bumble. But yeah, for D&D roleplay, all you do is become another person. 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 Me playing D&D. I wish to commit identity theft. Played your first one shot in D&D and they asked you what do you want to do. I was like, what the fuck do you mean, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, only identity theft in D&D, not in real life. For sure, for sure. Okay, I have to tell this story. Because it makes me laugh every time. One time, my brother got his identity stolen by somebody in New York named Heifer Beffer. I hear Cozy laugh in the other room, and every time I hear the name Heifer Beffer, I can't help but to laugh. 'Cause who the fuck is named Heifer Beffer? Oh god. But yes, story, you're allowed to do anything you can think of, like in a video game. Or unlike a video game. This is Peguth. You're a little underwhelming, I must admit, but let's talk to the cancerous god of life. Another ape thing scurries into my den. If you bear one of my keys, you must be a devout follower. Recognized by the most fertile of my children. So I thank you. But you have come to witness my glory. I'm afraid I must disappoint. The age is long past when I towered above humanity, growing bloated from its filth. You know me now. I am small, withered, forgotten. I wonder, have the Wiccans sent you to assist my plight? You bear few of my gifts, Your skin is smooth and unsullied. Perhaps that may be of use. Take this aspect of myself. Smuggle it into the Apostatic Union Council chamber. Place it in the highest point, and it will take seed. It will blind the Union meddlers to my presence. I will move unshackled once more. But beware, it contains an aspect of myself, thus part of me. If it fall into their hands, they could use it to hurt me, to trap me. Now go, with my blessing. Anything else in this cave, though? No? Okay. Alright, so... Pigooth plays... Pigooth places asking the highest point in the Union's council building. Alternatively, hand the aspect over the Union's polymath, help them defeat the god. Some DMs are sticks in the mud, though. They like to regulate... Yeah, some people are like that. Some people can't find the joy in life. Alright. We have a choice to make. Do I place this piece of a god where it can help spread, or do I turn it in? So the Apostatic Union are anti-religious zealots who are hanging people for maybe saying, like, bless you. Going way too far. Plus, there's a famine going on because the god's not fertilizing the land anymore. But the god requires human sacrifice. So nobody's good here. But I feel like, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I feel like the human sacrifice is the least bad option, given our current options. Also, I'm gonna go buy the house. Because, I mean, yeah, it's human sacrifice, but at least the crops are growing and people aren't getting... Well, they might still be getting hanged, I don't know. But there's food. Also, the Apostatic Union is not doing anything to give food to people, even though they have plenty of it being imported in, apparently. So I believe the giant cancer god might be the best option. I want to buy that house. Charm? Alright, well, I need a charm of 90. Here's the money. Splendid, let me just take that from you. This purse has some heft to it, eh? Now that you're in possession of such an esteemed property, you may want to consider certain refurbishments. Property grounds, you'll find a property station. You can use it to upgrade and decorate a property. There's also a caretaker who lives on the grounds. We do not pay him. In fact, we have asked him to leave numerous times. Perhaps he'll have more luck. Thanks, I've got it. Goodbye. Alright. Well, I'm a homeowner. Conceal the aspect of Pigooth in the hollow. It will bestow a curse on those nearby, allowing the cult of Pigooth to operate unhindered. You should seek out Pigooth, who may wish to reward you. You feel a dread presence. They are close to you right now. I'm sorry, I just put this thing on a table, and that's gonna keep him hidden. I think the giant cancer god might be the best choice. Yeah, I mean... After seeing this thing, I'm really regretting that decision. But, you know, that's life, baby. You live with the choice you choose. Charm bonus going on here. Alright, well, nobody go upstairs. Thank you, mortal. The aspect of myself is taken hold. My tendrils extend to the midst of all those nearby. Though I loom here, only the most faithful of my servants will see the truth. My presence is hidden from all else. Item gained, Leech of Truth. Okay, well, I got an achievement for that. That's cool. Wiccans now love me. Love me, love me. Please take this meager gift as recognition of your services. Now that I am restored to a glimmer of my former power, the land can begin to heal. The crops will grow, the sick will be renewed, and in time, your mortal bodies will undergo a most glorious transformation. What? Oh, great. It's gonna storm soon. Alright, I guess I don't have to go back and find Pguth. He's here. And everybody's gonna get cancer now. Bonding with a squirming leech, open your eyes to the mysteries of the unseen illusionary at a small, ongoing cost to your mana. Listening mouth parts of creature at the base of your skull feel like a lover's lingering kiss. Cool. So it does, like, infinite truth potion stuff. It's snowing there. I'd rather deal with a thunderstorm than snow. Actually, hold on. I want to check the weather real quick. Storms continuing through 3 p.m. Some may produce hail. That's great, because I got to go to work through 3 p.m. Just so you guys know, an ad's gonna be starting soon. I'm gonna be on my way to work. I'm gonna be like walking out the door with all my stuff. I'm gonna the second I step foot outside, a hailstone the size of a baseball is gonna crack me on the skull and kill me. Alright, well. Okay. Again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but overall, I don't think Pguth is such like the worst deal. Because it's like, yeah, he's going to give people cancer when they're 60 or 70, but you get food up into that point.
Some of my coworkers' power just flickered.
Cool. Some of Cozy's coworkers' power just flickered. So, the supple fruit rejuvenates me. Alright, well, I got some fruit. Oh! The trees are bearing fruit now. Fruit that suspiciously looks like babies. Fruit babies? Alright. Oh yeah, that's some thunder, alright. Well, if the stream drops out, y'all know why. Ow! I'm just gonna take a little nap here, heal myself. Are you the lady I talked to? Yeah, you are. Bastards, union will pay. Okay. Oh, wait, I got a delusion, too. Guile. Lockpicking's better. Alright, now to Rustburg. There are a lot of fruit babies on these trees. Alright. We've already cleared out this place. I know the goblins and the moths respawn, but I don't know if the, if the bandits do. If the bandits don't, then I don't have anything to worry about. Meanwhile, let's catch up on chat. Chat's on fire today. Store is contemplating the pros and cons of arson for financial freedom. Damn. While Argos battles a boss with more moves than D&D character on steroids. Bumble's in a mischievous mood, eyeing identity theft as a D&D strategy. Amidst the chaos, Mort keeps things elastic with Bumble's stretchy check. Snow falling outside, but inside, just pure stream heat. Use the Emberian key. Mark this landmark, baby. What? How are you? How are there enemies here? That was some thunder. Place needs a special key to ride a special elevator. Only 2 people in this entire area have the key. Me and somebody only known as the Emberian. Okay, so the Emberians were like pneumatotech. Hey! Emberian breathes heavily, leaning on her sword. What's up, Miss Magic? Went to a work function after being up since 6 a.m. Now to call the mister. Had to come and say hi. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a bit of a day so far, but regardless, I appreciate you popping in. Tell the mister I said hello. Tell you were a persistent one. I have to admit, I didn't think you'd make it in here. Still, you're lucky I got here first. These synthetics would have torn you limb from limb. She grins. Won't give up until you help me. Ha! Your persistence will be the death of you. Now stay out of my way. Behind that door are the answers I seek, and I've just got to catch my breath. Oh, you mean that door right behind you there? That door that I am walking towards? Door sealed by an unseen device. Alright, well, I will not go through that door. I'll try this one. Damn, lady, slow down. Emberian kneels, head bowed, sagging beneath the weight of her armor. Her body convulses. After a moment, you realize she's quietly sobbing. Hearing your approach, she falls silent. You okay? Catch a faint smile. Not really. You know, she found me in one of these places. In one of those coffins.
That was crazy.
That was... It's gonna storm. It was Vela. She was 8 years old when she pulled me out of that machine, coughing up ancient fluids. I couldn't have been much older. Nothing to explain who I was, how I got there, just an inscription on the bat which read, Orleith, so that's what they called me. So I was born in this world. I was lucky. Vela's father took me in, schooled me like his daughter. But I never found anyone who could explain my strange birth. Never found anyone like me. I thought this place might be different from the others. I thought it might explain something, but it's just another dead end. Was she born from one of those things? Who can say? Perhaps before the world end, I was raised by a loving family. Thought I'd be safe here. Maybe I'm just a child of machines and magic. I'll never know for sure. I understand that now. But through one of these rusted tombs, But though none of these rusted tombs have given me answers, each one has fueled my anger. The Iberians threaded their needle through the world, altering its tapestry to their whims. And for what? The more I learn, the more I see their greed, their self-interest, their lust for power. In the end, it destroyed them. It destroyed our world. Scholars can debate over scant evidence for an age, but who doesn't feel truth in their guts? 400 years ago, the Iberians caused the world to end with their feckless ambition. That is their legacy. I feel the weight of their sins. The Iberians are long gone. Their guilt is not yours to bear. You're right. It should not be my guilt alone. It should burden us all, for we can see plainly, as by starlight, the injustice that was wrought upon the world. When such putrid histories repeat, do we not have a duty to act? All of this I said to Vela, time and time again. So Vela betrayed your beliefs. At first, I thought Vela would simply listen to me. We had often plundered harmless Iberian relics, while leaving that which seemed unstable or dangerous. Why should this be any different? The map we found, and the artifact it promised, they rekindled something in her. A passion, an ambition that could not be quelled. She was determined to change the world, even if it meant dooming it. She unfurls her hands, staring at them. So what option did I have left, other than my sword? I spilled the blood of my friends, my family. And still, I failed. Not failed yet. Together we can finish what you started. She sighs for a moment and is still. Then she looks at you, a fire in her eyes. You're right. For too long I've clung to the past. Felt like I owed Vela something. But this is bigger than the two of us. Bigger than anything else. If I have to kill my sister to save the world, so be it. Just promise me one thing. If against the odds we manage to fight our way to Vela, leave her to me, okay? Settled then. She nods. I'll help you. I'm the only other person in the Sky Realms who saw the map Vela's following, so I know where to find her. But we'll need others. After you capture Vela's old fortress, the Blinding Light, I'll make my way there. Oh, and thank you. Had to take the dog out so your response was delayed. How the pupper be doing? Oh, that's okay. Got it down to half health this time, but of course he has new combos. Ah, rip. And Hippie coming in with the elastic check. It's still springy, it's still stretchy, it still snaps back. Thank you so much, Hippie. Growing like a damn weed. Alright, Grandpa.
It is coming down.
Apparently it is pouring out there.
You not hear it?
No. Hold on, I'm gonna go check in a second. She hasn't had an accident in her cage at night in a while, but she's having accidents in the house. Well, she's getting there, it sounds like. I mean, is there really nothing else to do here? It was snowing the other day. We got some flurries a while back, but we haven't had, like, a proper stick-to-the-ground snow yet. Door's barred from the other side. It's barred from this side. Oh, I can just walk through that. Okay. Serious, we left for like 3 days and left her with a friend. When we came back, she was an inch longer and taller. Yeah, man, puppies grow like crazy when they're puppies. And when you saw her again afterwards, did you like do that cute, the like baby voice for animals? And you're like, oh my god, you're so big now! And she's like wagging her tail. Hello, roses. No? Wow, alright. Well, now I learned store has no heart. And hippie coming in with a word redeem. And the word is ammonia. A pungent, colorless, gaseous alkaline compound of nitrogen and hydrogen, NH3, that is very soluble in water and easily being condensed to a liquid by cold and pressure. Ammonia. 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 Not many people enjoy the smell of ammonia. Talk to her the same way you talk to your adult cats. Call her a lady a lot. Yeah, don't mix ammonia with bleach. That's how you can die. Do you talk to your animals like they're people? You don't baby talk them? Are you just like, ah, hello, Mittens. How are you doing this fine evening? I want to go see how hard it's raining. Give me a second. It is raining out there. I hope it stops by the time I gotta go to work. The stuff you say you wouldn't say to a person, but yeah, you don't do a lot of baby. That's crazy. I've never not baby talked animals. Or maybe not baby. I'm not like going to look at that little baby. But I'm like, you know, I do a voice for them. I'm not just like, oh, what's up? What's up, cat? How you doing? Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Some of your coworkers I work with don't know what happens if you do, and I'm like, how do you not know? I mean, that seems like something you wouldn't think about, I could see. Like, I could see somebody not thinking about it and just doing it. But then you do it, and, you know, you die. So don't do it. Okay. The Endless Duchess, Sky Pirate, Caxton Frost. Oh, all that thought. Okay, sorry, the cat food went off. Alright. I think we're ready to go to the Clockwork Kingdom. There's not a lot else we can really do here. which is cool. I like fully exploring an area and getting the most out of it. Well, do you have anything to say that is worth the breath? About that Union passport you asked for. We have discussed this. Bring Misha a proper apostolic human passport, and perhaps arrangements can be made. Funnily enough, I have a Union passport right here. Finally, we are having a serious conversation. Misha will make sure he finds a good owner. So, perhaps you are thinking, what if this dashing yet enigmatic sky sailor is just a common crook? What if he takes my shiny passport and then throws me overboard? Do not have so little faith in Misha. Hands you a crudely drawn parody of an opastatic Union passport. Show this authentic travel document to the royal factor in the city of Ferropolis after we land. Good friend of Misha's. She will make sure you can cross Gate Bridge in future. If you wish to fly with Misha again, just find his skiff on either side and flash the passport. Upon Misha's life, you will have safe passage. Thanks, I'll keep it close. Are you ready for the voyage? We are leaving soon. Let's go! I can't move, but I can enjoy the trip. Actually, here I wanna bust out my telescope. Hell yeah, Clockwork Kingdom! I like how the border's closed, but realistically, we could just like build a catapult and fling like stolen goods across that gap. Are we the captain of the seven seas yet, landlubber? Not yet. But eventually, I do believe we'll get our own airship. But we be captain in the seven skies. For the clouds are our home. Mikhail looks off towards the mountains with an unreadable expression, then shakes his head. Well, here we are. Home shit home, or what's left of it. Since Misha never goes inland, this is where we part. Misha will not ask your business, and it's best you do not tell. But if you wish to cross the gate bridge, speak to the royal factor. When you get to Ferropolis, keep your head down and trust no one. Understand? You do not wish to be tangled in machinist intrigue. They said I could always sail with you. The Clockwork Kingdom is impossible to explain, but Misha will try. The countryside is full of corruption, not to mention rogue myrmidons. But the worst danger is the Clockwork King itself. It and its machinist minions. Piss them off and they will make you disappear. Poof! Like a magic trick. Do not tarry here, I understand, thank you, Mikhail. Do not die. Misha hates to lose a customer. I like Misha. He might be one of my favorite characters so far. Alright, save the game. Let's immediately just go get the gate bridge open so I can walk back and forth. Change is a force that sweeps through the sky realms unhindered. None can escape it. The Wiccans tried to resist and were ground to dust. But for some, the maelstrom of change is like the wind for their sails. In the aftermath of the God War, the sky realms had a chance to choose their own masters. But here in the Clockwork Kingdom, that was not enough. Their cipher scribes and machinists committed to build their monarch from metal and magic. It was to be a realm where any common laborer could draw on the power of a god, where every belly would be full, but to embrace such drastic change as to also roll the dice of fate. The denizens here have found their luck wanting. So what do you think, stranger? Will their people lie rotting in the barren fields? Was it noble of them to try to reach for the heavens, despite the risks? No, I mean, we should always strive to be better. You know, you always gotta try. She nods. A noble sentiment, for sure. But the road to radical change is slippery with blood, and reality is never as sweet as her dreams. Okay, straight to the gate bridge. I want to be able to just walk back whatever. I feel like this place is going to be pretty cool. Alright, well, hold on. What's up here? Poison throwing knife. Alright, well, yeah. Ooh, okay. I don't think poison's gonna help me much against robots, but, you know, it's nice to have the option, I suppose. The border is closed. It's only 3. I need to go home. Not happening. Don't get out of here. Oh, wait. I think I need to talk to somebody in Ferropolis, which is probably the first major city I'll see. I am doing good, Adoration. I am doing good. How are you doing? Okay, this is an enemy. That cannon was an enemy. And now this spider train is also an enemy. Doing better? I am glad to hear it. Sorry to hear you weren't doing great, but I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Alright, I don't know where Ferropolis is, but... Also, sorry I forgot to ask, how are you doing when you showed up? I was lost in the majesty of the sky ship. This old peasant is murmuring and muttering to themselves, occasionally crying out. As you approach, they suddenly fall silent, and apprehension creases their weathered face. Hello? Who is that there? What manner of thing are you? Come closer, if you're not corrupted. Or is it my lairs? Back again, my Lars, back again to show this old fool mercy. No need to fear, I'm just a traveler. They contemplate this, and their eyes roving over past you, evidently they are blind. Not many travelers these days, no. Border is barred and locked like a barn door, so either you're a criminal or something worse. Old Yods had no visitors for many a month, no, none like you at least. Perhaps there are none left. A cruel winter, why dost thou mark thy sovereign? All ours. Whither have thou flown? Old peasant, your mother's a whore. What the fuck are you... Don't talk about my mom like that, Store. How long has the winter been going on now? Day after day it snows. Week after week and month after month. Poor Yod can't sow, can't reap, can't grow. Someone ought to tell the king. But who hears Yod? Only winds and wisps have been his guests since the Lars fled. No, oh, not my mom, the old peasant I'm talking to. Alright. Just insult the peasantry for no reason. The old farmer lapses into silence, occasionally muttering something inscrutable. Where do all the people here go? The bright lamps and warm fires. Yes, the lock and key and warding sign. Ferropolis, that's where they went. Stilton and guarded, not to be corrupted. Safe in the arms of our king. Old Yod stubborn, see? Stubborn as a rock. Worked this farm since year 0 or thereabouts. What cares I for sleet or snow, monsters or machines? The king shall protect this house, for all's for naught. The old farmer lapses into silence, occasionally muttering something inscrutable. Take care, old one. So soon, to leave old God on his Todd? Ah, but you've been here before, and you'll be back again. Not long, no. The old farmer's hand signs your own and gives it a gentle squeeze. You leave Yod murmuring to themselves or to something you can't see. Better than insulting direct, he's been insulted enough. Alright, failed once, time to put on my lockpicking hat. Not that. I can also carry way more lockpicks with this hat. Ominous Bottled Vision, a perfect copy of a single vivid dream. These lurid fantasies are subject to feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by B. Morozov and contains scenes of surreal divinity and moderate dread. Only moderate dread, though. Okay, so that's Ferropolis up there, then, I believe. Alright, well, all we learned is from that is Stora would rather insult poor, blind, old farmers than Alex Trebek. I'm kind of fucked up if you ask me, but the most gravity that you immediately report the signs of corruption to the proper authorities in your district. Know these omens: unusual behavior, physical defects amongst livestock or other animals, confusion in familiar places, mirages of the eye and ear, taste or smell of lilac where there is no lilac. I would hate to taste and smell lilac if there was no lilac. Alright, let's, sneaking up on the spider train. And just so you guys know, an ad's gonna be starting soon. Ow! I can no longer one-shot things by sneaking up on them, and my entire gameplay strategy is ruined. How the fuck are these buildings standing? Poison shuriken. Again, I don't feel like poison's gonna help me much against robots, but I guess we'll try. Oh God! I don't like these things. I don't like it here. A rusty dagger. Daggers are swift and subtle and will do well in the hands of those who possess the same qualities. This one, though, has been around a bit too long. But I feel like it's one good stab away from flaking away completely. Okay, so I can upgrade the dagger, and that probably does better stealth damage. I can hear it coming down out there. Which is wild. If I can hear it over the sounds of gameplay and me yapping, it is a torrential monsoon. Can I just, like, not fight you guys? Yeah, let me into the roving house. Here, let me drink a potion. Drink a potion, drink a potion. Alright, this person's either gonna be my friend or they're gonna fight me. Let's see what Frosty's got to say. A standard 88-key piano has a specific number of black keys crucial for its tonal range. How many of these keys are there? 14. This worker shouts at you at the top of their lungs. Oh god. What was the word of the day, Mort? The last word we did was ammonia. I also realized... Can you hear me? Are you still in an ad? I don't know. This worker shouts at you at the top of their lungs. Right, let's get to work. Hand me that pneumatic lance, and then you're going under the floor. What are you talking about? Eh? What did you say? I said I don't know what you're talking about. What? Speak up, will ye? I don't work here. They went. King's gears, there's no need to shout! I hate this place. So your lockpicking ability only determines how many lockpicks you're allowed to carry. Did that. They do not look up from their work. Stay where you are. Won't move. Not one more inch. Waggle a finger. Why not? What's wrong? Patterns, resonance, all wrong. Very delicate. Easily disturbed. Order and chaos. Chaos and order. No good, no good. I must really explain the basics. What should I do? Speak only in even number words. When walking, only step on every second floorboard. No more, no less. Do not tread on the cracks. Do not envision the color mauve. And only turn your body left, never right. If you really must turn right, turn left till you face the way you want. I'm afraid I don't really understand. This landship runs on precise cipher mathematics. Magic numbers, infinitely multiplied. Any contradiction can throw the balance. As long as you're aboard, you're part of it. Does a cogwheel leave its post and go strolling off through the engine? They seem to suddenly realize something and they glance up at you sharply. No. Even numbers, damn your eyes. Even! Standard piano with 36 black keys. Damn, I was way off. 52 white keys makes it the full 88-key keyboard. The word of the day, the last word of the day, we did adoration. I don't know if you heard me before. It was ammonia. This worker is cradling a hand-rolled cigarette as they gaze at the farmlands, their voice slow and hollow. Beautiful, ain't it? From this distance, you can barely even tell. Sigh deeply. We're weeks late, you know. Not that it matters. We need 20 people to run this thing properly. So what difference does one more or one less make? Sorry, what am I late for? You're not the new crew member? Then you must be from Ferropolis. We asked for a real machinist, someone qualified to meddle with the king's magic. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised they sent you. No offense. Of course, of course. Actually, I'm trying to get to Ferropolis. Oh well, never mind. You're not really allowed to be here, but they resigned our last militia last month. Said he was needed in the city in case of unrest. So I can't be bothered to stop you. Who are you anyway? I suppose I'm the captain here. At least since Bogdan's clock ran out. Technically his title was Senior Crew Chief Landship 4. Though I still haven't officially been promoted to replace him. Honestly, I'm not even sure the king knows he's dead. Anyway, what does it matter? Nothing to be done. What is this place building machine? They smile without mirth. Landship, one of those mechanical marvels our kingdom is so famous for. Think of it as a portable workshop or factory. The king sends us wherever we're most needed. The last year we've been helping with food production, threshing, winnowing, packaging, all that. Not that there's much to be done as long as this winter keeps going. But if you imagine we can relax, you don't know this kingdom. No, we still have targets to meet and drills to run, meaningless to make work to perform. Sometimes I think the king just hates to see us not looking busy. And anyway, what does it matter? Nothing to be done. I'll leave you to your thoughts. Here, I'll be nice and I'll humor the guy who only wanted me to turn left. Wait, I won't, because I need to get back on the ship. Because there was a lore thing I could do. Wait, this is a different door. This didn't just loop back to the beginning like I thought. Yes, it did. Barred from the other side, okay. Oh, maybe I can do something to help these guys out. I can flip all these switches. I can flip switches like the best of them. Door sealed by an unseen device. Yeah. Is there one of those switches down here? No. That's one of the ones I got. Bet there's one in there, but I don't know how to get in there. Got that one. Wait, no, I can't, because that's that cage door that I'm trying to open. That's where that leads out to. Ah, here we go. Trying to hide it from me. Cheers, adoration. Factory keyring. Keyring found inside the roaming factory in the northern farmlands of Clockwork Kingdom unlocks the sister factory to the southeast, lost to the corruption. The second factory now sits abandoned. Alright. That's a thing we can do. Later, though. Right now, we still need to get to Ferropolis. I think we're kind of getting there. Come on, just roll a 4. Thank you. What is the goal of this game? You beat it, let's go! Hell yeah, Argo! W Argo, always believed. So this game, Adoration, you were a prisoner, and they were like sieging a fortress, because and you were sent in as like the last hope to like break the siege, or to like get them into the fortress. Because a lady who used to be I'm gonna pause the game while I try to remember. A lady who was like once high in the Navy started her own mercenary band, and they found something that will let her, presumably this is what she's after, bring back her dead sister. So we are going, but her bringing back her dead sister would like doom all of humanity. So we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen, essentially. But we have to get her 4 crewmates together to her 4 former crewmates together to stop her, and they're each in like different regions of the game. This game is very cool. This is like Oblivion if Oblivion had a poor home life and did drugs to cope. I love it. Didn't have as much health as some of the other fights you've done, but always basically have one-shot your team. That is insane. Food shortage, border blockage, prosthetic, bloody union, corruption, all this damned winter. Why can't we just have one problem at a time, eh? Yeah, we go on a full hunt. I don't think that's how problems work, they say. No, I suppose not. My mom always said they come in threes, only now I've lost count. Don't give up, they say thanks. I'm just tired is all. Ain't we all, buddy? Ain't we all? Glorious silk. Silk, glorious silk. Ring of Sturdiness. Greatly reduces the damage taken while blocking. Forged long before the arrival of the Clockwork Kingdom, in an era where the Cardovan phalanx were nigh unmatched in the battlefield. If I get a shield, if I use the shield, I might use that. Okay, so I think this way. That cannon was dragging a wagon. Alright, I think we're here. We're somewhere, and this looks relatively important. Hopefully it's got a crystal to recharge my mana and an end to rest at. Luck be a lockpick. Guard is occupied trying to stop the waiting room descending into chaos. Citizens, I've told you, the royal factor is very busy. Your ticket will be called in the order it was. They jerk their head around to yell at someone across the room. Oi, you over there! I told you to sit down. I got my eye on you. Now, citizen, like I was saying... Never mind me, I'm just cutting the line. The number's been called, you may speak to the factor. If not, you must stay downstairs. Now please stop bothering me, won't you? And Adoration, coming in with a word redeem. Alright, let's see. Oh, let me, And the word is... ammonium. An ion, NH4 positive, derived from ammonium by combining it with a hydrogen ion known in compounds such as salt that resemble in properties the compounds of the alkali metals. Ammonium. 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 I really don't know how to use the word ammonium in a sentence. You only use this new combo once and he's able to do a bunch of attacks. His Monoko's level 3 gradient attack thing instantly fills and breaks their stun meter, and then you blast him for the last chunk of his health. Nice. And Pierre, coming in with the elastic check. It's still springy, it's still stretchy, it still snaps back. Thank you so much, Pierre. My strat, whenever I played it a lot, whenever I was playing at Argo, I think my main strat was to try to stun them. And then use... melee? Mael? Melee? You're at work and you feel like complete shit? Oh no, Pierre! Pierre, are you like ill? Are you illin? Are you straight illin? But I would use her like her big like power attack once they were stunned. Mael and Verso are OP. They kind of are. Stocky middle-aged woman is methodically entering numbers into a ledger she does not look up. Your ticket, please. Make up a number, 53. She continues writing, eyes fixed on her book. Why, Citizen Javid, you've changed a great deal since I saw you last week. For instance, your missing leg has grown back. Finally, she looks up at you over her spectacles. Her expression is surprisingly kind. And though it's very frustrating to be kept waiting like this, I imagine you've come a long way. We're just another wave of evacuees from Cloud Pine, and every one of them needs a proper bed. So you're not the only one who has urgent business of the Royal Factor today, see? The Royal Factor continued writing in her little wire-rimmed spectacles perched on her nose. And if you don't, I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn, citizen, downstairs. Kyle sent me. He says hello. She examines you properly for the first time. Misha sent you? Well, why didn't you say so? Mr. Gallo, hold all tickets, please. Now let's have a look at this passport. Heh, really not a bad likeness, is it? It captured your nose perfectly. She hands the passport back to you. You'll be wanting a travel permit then. I believe I can help. But given your unconventional means of arrival, I will require a teensy little test of your loyalty. One hand washes the other, see? Yes? No! Pierre, say it ain't so. Melee? Exactly. And in melee, sit up where you have the right combination of your skills, you can do 700k plus damage. Yeah, that's like what I was trying to do with her. I never got the numbers that high, but we've heard of builds where online reversal and my doing 8. Oh my god. What do you have in mind? Some days ago, a goods caravan was ambushed out in Yonsk while on its way to Ferropolis. The only survivor died of their wounds before they could tell us the culprit. Currently, all my militia squads are tied up keeping order, but in the city, so a proper retrieval mission will have to wait. But here, there is one particular item in the caravan that we just can't rule it out. What you're looking for is a royal freight capsule with a chest inside. Be somewhere northwest of here, in the forest beyond the farmlands. Factor smiles maternally. If you can bring me the contents of that chest, I think you will have a very fruitful relationship. And Pierre on the 20 stream streak. God damn, Pierre, stacking them up. We love to see it. One moment, adoration. An adoration with an ooh woo. Hold on, I can do better than that. With an ooh woo. There we go. Toe hair reveal. Bro, just look up a picture of Hobbit feet. Guard is holding some kind of long, thin metal wand connected by wires to the machine beside them. They point it as you approach. You there, citizens, stay where you are. Anyone entering Ferropolis must be assayed for corruption by order of the king. Now say, ah. Ah. Guard deftly pokes the wand inside your mouth, holding it there for a few seconds, and waves it up and down your body while the machine emits little chirps and warbles. Folks really know how to give a warm welcome. They give you a hairy eyeball. They give you the hairy eyeball. Refuse to pass, citizen. Get moving before I arrest you for gross impudence. Thanks, I suppose. Look, just because I wear size 77s. Where am I on the map in the grand scheme of things? Oh, we way out here. Okay. I can't zoom in any. I can't zoom. God damn! Yes, a fucking face. Ah, rip Argo. Shopkeeper's here is very anxious and harried by many problems. No, and for the 6th time, no, we do not yet have any sky blubber quotes in stock. I have petitioned. I am petitioning. I will petition. Look you properly the first time. Oh, King's mercy. Forgive the impromptu grammar lesson, citizen. I mistook you for irregular. Everything's in such a whirl these days. I am Quashire, clothier and armorer to the citizens of Heropolis. Right now I have more orders than I can fill. If you want something that's not out of stock. Let me see what you got. Scruffy attire. Yo, here's a regen. What? Okay, you don't really have anything I want though. Like potions, what's back? You have a walkway that leads out to a wall? Oh, but I can hop up there. Check that out more later. Right now, I would like to find an inn. Rest my little head. But let's talk to the weaponsmith. They sniff the air. You have the stink of the countryside about you. If I'm any judge, dangerous place. Well, citizen, you've come to the right shop. Name's Jack Zumnir. I sell things that kill. Tap a large ledger on their counter. Let me see what you got. What do you need it for? To keep records, see, in case the king comes knocking. Murder, manslaughter, you know, crimes in general. I give you a hairy eyeball. Always nice to have a bit of levity in here. Just tell me what to write, won't you? I'm a guard for one of those big roaming workshops. I scribble and ledger. You work in the land ships? You're braver than I am, citizen. If you ask me, buildings should stay still. You watch out for saboteurs, eh? I'm here to... Now I just need your name, occupation, and place of residence. You invent some plausible fake detail. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jasmine sniffs the air deeply. Ah, the landship guard. You ain't dead, so I guess I didn't sell you a duff weapon. What can I do you for? Let me see what you got for sale. Yo, a great sword? Slow, brutal weapons I can cleave and slash you. Anything I can connect with. Yo. Melissa's wanted to go to some creepy, cute puppy show. Puppet show. I was like, what? What do you mean a creepy puppy show? I want to go to a creepy puppy show because I want to see what that's about. How do they make the puppies creepy? Weightless glove. A glove imbued with a gravity-defying gem that helps negate fatigue during combat. Damage penalty from attacking low stamina is less severe when worn, as it makes the weapon feel lighter. Okay, kind of want that too. We can buy both of these things. I need iron. Need iron for that too. Okay, I need to go back to the manor I just bought. Okay, I need to find an inn. Okay. Guard shouting with frantic energy as anyone passing by. Move along, move along! Stop your gawping, whatever's above you is not your concern. That's a great way to make me notice what's above me. Alright, here's an inn. I was gonna ask him where one is. Well, Pierre, just tell her you're sick, because I feel like that's the truth. That woman has a maternal air and a voice full of pebbles. A hand-rolled cigarette drops from her mouth. King's favor, pet. Welcome... King's favor, pet. Welcome to the squeaky wheel tea house. What can old Baba Zina do for you? Do you have any rooms? Skyward Suite is yours for 5 coins, if you don't mind sleeping there. Oh, why wouldn't I want to sleep there? We don't call it the Skyward Suite for nothing, pet. Only the blessed magical Clockwork King keeps it off the ground. Some outsiders don't trust it. I'll take it. Zena stubs her cigarette and begins rolling another. Right you are, pet. The room's upstairs on the other end of the long metal gantry. It's one that's floating in midair like. Alright, well, architecture be damned. Physics be damned. Gravity! Be damned! Alright, hold on. I want to see... I do at least want to see what the Great Sword looks like if equipped. Yeah! Be damned! This is where I needed to go. My apologies. Give me 1 second. I want to finish my food real quick. Okay, we good. Alright, let me see where this one lady wanted me to... That's how I equip magic. Oh, that's how I equip potions. Well, you know, we'll just use them from the menus. Have to restart from the first site. I'm a raid. A moment of silence for Argo. Alright, moment's over. Okay, safe passage. Find the lost royal freight capsule somewhere in the countryside northwest of Ferropolis and bring whatever's inside back to the royal factory. Okay, northwest. My sister is in the New World. One day, we will go. Also, is it the one who just got married? Okay, where is Northwest? We're here. Northwest is... gotta be, like, around here-ish somewhere. Might have to look up this 8 mil damage build, because that phase too tight is so much worse. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, well, you know what? Let's go to Hallowtown. Hey, Paguth. Pweguth. Can't remember his name. Will you have iron ore for sale? Got fine ore. I'll actually... And you have iron ore. I will buy both of those, but hold on. Oh, I didn't put my hat on. Oh, no, wait. I just have the mask on. Alright, let me... Fine ore, accept. Wow, I am about poor again. Do 18 damage, but if I upgrade that, that'll do 14. And that only does 15 already. Alright, so yeah, we're probably switching to Greatsword. Okay, where is Thornwood Manor from here? Okay, I know where it's at. I probably won't be able to upgrade my house any because I'm going to be... I'm not complaining, but I've just noticed I'm not using stamina when I sprint. Capitalism? No, okay. Alright, well, I think those are just bandits. Not until it kills you. Oh, and an ad. Let's observe chat in its natural habitat. In the wilds of Dread Delusion, a rare sighting of camaraderie and frustration unfolds. The chat pack rallies around Argo, who battles valiantly yet faces the wrath of merciless Phase 2. Meanwhile, Pierre endures the trials of work and potential tow hair fame. Cozy dreams of Disney, and Pack contemplates 8 million damage builds in the existential dread of capitalism. When he sees he slams his instruments down. The old man sits whittling a block of wood, but when he sees he slams his instruments down on the table. So you're the bugger who bought the land, eh? I've been waiting for you. Made a mistake here. This manor has an owner. I may be a caretaker, but the Thornwood family still owns this land, and they'll be back. I don't know why I made this guy a pirate. It stole my words. Damn you, AI! But for real, no, I kind of get that. This place is clearly abandoned. It ain't. I'm the caretaker of this here manor, and I'm tending the grounds till the lady returns. Slumped back in the chair. No, but I see there's no point in reasoning with ye. You're here to stay, and that's that. Let me give you some advice for your own good. Urza Thornwood built this place some 400 years ago. She had a dangerous secrets. There are places on these grounds that are locked up tight, like the basement. Never unlock them. Never enter them. Promise me this and we might just get along. Wait, what's this dark secret? You have to tell me. Nay, I've sworn a vow of silence to the Thornwood family. My lips are sealed. Now be gone with you. Enjoy your new purchase. I'll even stick around and tend to the grounds, so long as you heed my warning. I want to upgrade the manor. If I were you, I'd leave it be. But I'll admit, seeing it all fancy like it used to be, maybe that'd be something. You installed a property station nearby. She can mission upgrades for the manor, for a price. Only don't get no workmen near the basement here. They're places that shouldn't be tampered with. I'll leave you to your whittling. Okay, I don't have the money to do anything. I got the resources for most of it, but not the money. The main thing I wanted to... Oh, Adoration, I don't know if you heard me say, but yes, there is no fall damage until there's a lot of fall damage. There's no fall damage until it kills you. Okay, yeah, this place needs a little work. 200 coins to buy the place and 400 coins to fix it. A garden upgrade, but that gets me a mine shaft that I think will have iron in it. Alright, well, we bought the place. We'll get into the basement at some point, because there's something down here. There's a body. Like, the windows aren't covered up well enough where I can't tell there's something down there that I need to see. That's for later. For now, let's get back to town so we can get back to the Clockwork Kingdom. so we can find that thing for the lady. So we can get a pass to just walk back and forth whenever we want. It kind of sucks to be that guy. He just finished a fight. I like how the AI factions will fight each other as you come across them. Actually, very cool. Like, you could tell a fight just happened there. And then I just run up on the dude, and I'm like, time to finish him off. That's what you get for being a bandit. Stab, stab. Okay, I need to talk to this guy about that ship he's having me look for. Of course, plotted to Peguthian ruins south of Hollow. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. I haven't done this yet. So I suppose we can check this. South of Hollow. Oh, there's a whole island chain over there I never explored. Okay, we gotta go back. I think that's enough E33 for today, because what the fuck is with this guy? Because what the fuck is this guy? Look, the devs were like, if we don't put an insanely difficult optional boss in here, people are going to complain. And the other devs were like, you know what, you're right. We need to make an insanely difficult boss fight. Whoa. And so they did. I don't need silk. Yeah, I went up there. That's the mushroom guy's house. But I just like never, yeah, I just like never explored over here. All right, well, that's fine. Now the apostatic union loves me. That one bandit was the only thing stopping them from loving me. It's like any relationship. You just have to kill their ex, and they'll love you forever. So remember, if you're ever having relationship problems, go beat up your significant other's ex with a piece of rebar. Nothing says romance like violence. Oh, I ain't getting across that gap. Gulp. Let me clarify. Nothing says romance like violence against other people. Nani? Nani? Showei no Kindiro. Nani? What? You won't let me lick your eye. You won't let us rub eyeballs. I can't wait to stealth attack people with a great sword. Does putting on someone else's suit and sunglasses not make me look Asian? That's one of the ones I am like, for the life of me, I can't imagine why I said that. No? Alright, well, there goes my plans for the day. My uncle used to live in a painting. Well, I used to huff paint, but it's the same thing. Whoa! Okay, that guy's cool, apparently. He's chill. Iron ore, I needed you. I can upgrade my greatsword now. I think. I might need one more. I'm not really sure. I bet that's the ship I'm after. Ignore that guy. We are going over there, too. I can't believe I just never walked over here. Life is wild. Yeah, that one's oddly friendly. The other one's not so much. That one, definitely friendly. Looks like an interesting location. Let's mark it. Okay, how do I... Do I just have to wait for the ship to circle around and, like, hope I can make the jump? Alright. Can't believe we're doing this. I know. Yeah, this is it. Okay, wait for it. Oh. That's much easier. I much prefer that. Hey, we got a delusion. Alright, wisdom. Plus 20 barter. Goddamn. Whereas barter, such charms are frowned upon in the marketplace of Vienna, though this does not stop merchants themselves from lining their fingers with similar trinkets. Hello? Say you there! Fetch more rum from the lower decks. Captain's orders. And the captain of the Golden Typhos? Don't know your own captain? Walter Cecil, who charted the outer reaches of the slew of lesser gods? Bah! The brig with you. Did you really kill a god? One of the naysayers, Sure, it may have seemed like a big fish, but you didn't look into those eyes. They were powerful eyes, my friend. Powerful eyes. Okay, sure, let's get him some... That's... Artifact of Peguth. Statue is soft to the touch and seems to shift slowly as if breathing. Buying Merchant's Guild will surely pay handsomely for such a relic. Ah. That's why. Ah. They had died. Alright, well. Guys, I'm gonna do something really stupid. Okay, let's stay just on this side of the rope, because that pushes you off to the sides. Look at that beauty! Oh, I can't wait to interact with that. That can't be more than just a set piece. Alright, let's get off of here. Can I, like, take the ship? Whoop! Because I would personally love to be able to get a free sky ship. And whoop! You know, I'm just assuming those things want me dead. They might not anymore since Paguth likes me. I haven't checked in a while. I'll let the next one see me. Because that one that saw me, like, didn't care. So maybe I'm just killing my friends. My weird, tentacle-comprised friends. I have 5... Okay, I need to sell shit, and then I'll have money again. Leave that door open, actually. Door needs a key. Alright, yep. A lot of doors do. Neighbor's apartment, for example, needs a key. Not that I've tried, but, you know, just presuming. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they have the only apartment in the world that doesn't require a key. That would kind of suck. Let's leave this door open, actually. I want to be able to get through here quickly if I... Alright. Are we... friends? Oh, we are friends. I've just been killing these guys for no reason. Well, now I seem like kind of an asshole. To be fair, you guys totally attacked me in the past. After I was like, oh, maybe we can be friends. Well, again, to be fair, the first time I saw one of those, I was like, oh, maybe friend. Old ruin key. Rusty key found deep in a ruin. Paguth is an old god with followers stretching back throughout the ages. Many of the ancient temples are said to still hold undisturbed treasure. Ooh. The first time I saw one, I was like, maybe friend. And then it ran up and slapped me in the face with a tentacle. So I was like, okay, not friend. Reknit flesh. Reknit flesh. Reknit. Reknit flesh. Gradually restores health over time. The advancement of healing cipher has revolutionized medical treatment in the apostatic union, though it is not without its dangers. In the wrong hands, veins and arteries can be sewn shut along with flesh. That's kind of metal, actually. Yeah, only some of them want to kill me and eat my flesh. But I think since me and Paguth are cool now, these guys are cool with me. Ring of the Snake renders the wearer immune to poison. These useful trinkets are much prized by Rivonian politicians, especially around election time. God, if there were rings that made people immune to poison, being an assassin would be hella frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna poison this guy. Shit, that didn't work. Oh, we about to do something? Oh, okay. Not as stupid as I thought. Ow! You know what? I have lockpicks. Just do that. Is this just like a passage through the middle? There's nothing there? Alright, I'm glad I took an axe to the face for that. Ooh, I see gold over there. Whew. Make sure I got everything over here. Can't carry any more lockpicks. You know what? That's fair. Can't argue with that. Alright. Let's take this back to the Merchants Guild. I bet he's gonna offer me something like that ship as payment, but I gotta come all the way back out here to claim it, which is gonna be a bitch. But it will totally be worth it if I get a free sky ship out of it. Because then let me tell you, the sky's the limit. We're going on a trip to get a new sky ship. Heyo! How the hell do I get down? Oh, okay. It's around. Oh, nope. But I'm gonna get some iron. Need the might of... I lack the might. No, I need the iron inside. My might's only at 3. Oh, that's so upsetting. I'm not strong enough for free iron. Kill them all. No more friendship. You don't get experience through violence, though. I actually really like the way they did the leveling up in the game. You get delusions. You get fragments of delusion to get a full delusion, and then once you get a full delusion, you can level up. I think I can do this. Yeah, just walk backwards. And once you get a full delusion, you can level up. But the way you get delusions are either by doing quests, or you'll randomly find them in, like, out-of-the-way hidden locations. Or by doing, like, skill checks. Like, one will be behind the locked door. So you unlock the door, and then, you know, you get it. Gonna avoid fighting that guy. Is that Okay, that is Hallow Town. Okay. I didn't think it was, but it is. But we might get... And Argo coming in with a word redeem. We might get a delusion for doing this. Alright, and the word is... ammunition. The projectiles, with their fuses, propelling charges, or primers, fired from guns. Ammunition. 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 I need some ammunition! I'm running low! Ammunition. But yeah, I'll probably get a fragment of the delusion for doing this. I have the cargo right here. Excellent. Oh, excellent. Oh, my, how it gleams with beauty. Is it not simply the most splendid, the most radiant thing you've ever set eyes on? Yes, this was well worth the wait. The crew of your ship is dead. Care not for the trifling details. The voyage was a success. You have my sincerest thanks. About my payment. What? Payment? Yes, yes. Allow me some time to gather my assets. Return soon and I shall have you paid in full. Alright, nothing happens. He's gonna let me in that room and it's gonna have something. Okay. What do you sell here? Potions and the like. Okay, that's fine. I don't need potions and the like. I'd like to look at your wares. Agility, massive boost the agility, and prevents death from falling. Yo, that's cool. Removes all summoners and status effects from the caster, good and bad. What if I sold you all 5 of those? $260. Alright, and a modest treasure. Damn it, I should have put on the Ring of Bargain first. I could have got more money. Oh, just so you guys know, an ad's going to be starting soon, and that's our noon ad break. So give me a second. I will be right back. We'll make some food, take the dog out, use the bathroom, all that good stuff. When I get back, we'll keep going. What a huge pizza rolls bag come in bags of 130. That number is so that is an odd number for them to come in. Give me a minute. I'll be back. Oh. Hey-o, I'm back. Alright. Let's see what Frosty asked. In what city can you find a statue of a Western music icon in a park symbolizing shifts from past cultural restrictions? John Lennon Park in Havana, Cuba is notable for its statue of Lennon in a country that once banned its music, complete with guard to place glasses on the statue upon request. That's really funny that somebody's government job is to put glasses on a statue of John Lennon. Okay. Should not look up from papers among the loyal subject. Another loyal subject, the apostatic union. I must remind you that impromptu meetings such as these may not exceed the 10 ticks of the clock. What's the situation? Our guards report a marked decrease in cold activity. I can only assure the Inquisition has succeeded in scaring the bastards off. Either that or they've all turned invisible. Plus crop yields are increasing. It seems the famine is ending. A welcome bonus to our fortunes. Yeah, crazy how all that comes together, huh? Heyo! Return to Vernon Bergwig for your reward, but he was dead. His corpse unnaturally shriveled. The thing is clearly cursed. You should be grateful you avoided the same fate. I got 20 coins for all that. Seemed like a lot of work for 20 coins. Alright, let me see if I got some iron ore back. They do! Alright, let me see how good this barter ring is. Usually where's the... You know, I don't get hit a lot. I can probably, you know, if I forget to replace that, it's not a big deal. Let me see what you have for sale. I mean, 2 gold is 2 gold. I will take that. But now I have enough to upgrade that. Aha! Great swords are slow, brutal weapons that can cleave and smash through anything they connect with. This one exhibits a flat tip, characteristics of executioner's blades. Aesthetically, I love the look of giant swords with like a flat edge at the top, like executioner blades. For some reason, I'm just like, my brain is like, that's so fucking cool looking. But I think I have enough. I don't. Okay, I mean, there's no point in equipping it because this thing still does 1 more damage. And let's equip the gloves instead of cloak and elsewhere in shadow, making you harder to spot. I mean, I can just kind of run around things, but it might be because of that I'm able to. All right, whatever. We can get. We'll get some fine ore from the Clockwork Kingdom. We'll pick some up here when we go back into town. Alright, somewhere northwest of here, there's like a caravan that got attacked. Hell yeah! You know I'm back, are you? You think I would leave you guys hanging? You think I'd BRB and then not RB? You think I'd just BG? You think BRB stands for BR by? Never. I would never do that to you guys. If I don't come back from a BRB, presume I died. If it's ever like, man, Mort's BRB, it's still not back yet, I'm just dead. What's up, Pierre? You pooping? W pooping. Oh, mark this place on my map. Sure. I usually assume you died if you don't come on stream within 15 minutes of 10 a.m. That's a safe bet. That's like realistically, because like I might be a couple minutes late, depending on what's going on. Door needs a key. That's a big fucking door. Am I crouched? No, that's just a really big door. The coconut crabs got me. Yeah, no, like I might be a couple of minutes late, but any more than 15, the coconut crabs have come for me. I don't think this is the thing I'm looking for, but it's something out here. This cold, frozen hellscape. Oh, more iron ore. That's not actually what I really needed right now, but thank you. Okay, so somewhere northwest of Pharos. Okay, there's still this whole area over here. The object graveyard. Well, so much for object permanence. Am I going the right way? I am, okay. Well, let's check out this big tower. Come on. Nice. This game's really nice to me. The minute I say, like, a lot of times when I say come on, it's like, alright, sure, here you go, buddy. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but, you know, it's here. I'm here. Mechanical lockpick, an ingenious device for the handling of lockpicks. Will prevent lockpicks from breaking if the attempt nearly succeeds. The device bears the stamp of Clockwork Kingdom, was likely produced in one of their vast factories. Yo, that's actually kind of huge. So as long as it's not an abject failure... How many more glimpses do I need? God, we're not even halfway there. Yeah, as long as it's not an abject failure to pick the lock, we get another try. I just realized I need to fix my BRB screen in OBS now that so it can show fan art instead of just a BRB screen. I set it up like that in Streamlabs and then had to change. Oh hey, Silk Slug, I don't need your eyes. You want the poop off your BRB screen? The only way it can be taken off is if you replace it with something. You're gonna sue for emotional damages? You're the one who made it. I feel like I should be able to sue for turning me into a talking piece of shit. That was something I could mark on my map and I just didn't. Gotta go back up there. Gotta be careful, or I'm just gonna run right off the edge of this place. Don't even remember why he did that. It was a slow day at work and he said something about, or dared to do it or something dumb. I probably didn't dare you to do it. Like, chat was like, yeah, turn him into poop. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make him into poop. There are no landmarks? I'm not standing on a landmark? I mean, yeah, that's true. You are a man of the people. That's always what I call you. Store-bought man of the people Rocket Games. So I got turned into a sock too. That is true. That is true. I am lucky people were not like, yeah, be a poop tuber. I don't need your eyes. I probably would have vetoed that one, to be fair. Where's my fine ore? Okay, I only have 2 of them. That one, I'd be like, guys, I'm not gonna be a poop tuber. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. Woman in late middle ages, perfectly inconspicuous but for her bright red lipstick. She looks up from a stack of papers to inspect you through half-moon glasses. Can I help you, dearie? Do try to keep your voice down. The mechapeds are provoked by sound. Sorry, the what? Mechapeds, dearie. They stay snug away most of the time, but if I were to scream, they'd come scurrying out hungry for blood. But I'm sure you wouldn't give me a cause for that, hmm? I can help you find anything? What is this place? A rather dreary archive, I'm afraid, run by Blessed Machinist Guild. Before the God War, this was chapel to one of those dreadful Wiccan deities. You'd veto it too? You could have done an elaborate joke and came on stream as a piece of poop and didn't even acknowledge it. Piece of poop? What do you mean? I'm a sock. This isn't what your socks look like? No wonder my feet stink. Can I look through your records? That depends, dearie. Documents can be accessed from the reading room upstairs, as long as you have the right paperwork. Quote, what would you do if you went to the park and you saw a duck caked up? I would not be okay. What kind of paperwork? Usually you'd want a specific permit from the Clockwork King for whatever records you wish to see. Occasionally Its Majesty grants general permits, but we don't see those too often. Does it all make sense, dearie? Very well, I understand. Any other questions? That's all I wanted to know. Need something else? Stop making noise and leave you alone. I'm gonna go upstairs, though. I do kind of want to see what a mechapede looks like, but I also don't want to have to fight 30 of them. So, you know, life has its little disappointments. Great, now I'm finding all kinds of iron ore. Okay. We still need to look northwest. Now we're just west of the city. I guess it could be on the fields out here. There's a cart somewhere. Or let me read the thing. Find the lost royal freight capsule somewhere in the countryside northwest of Ferropolis and bring whatever's inside. Okay. So it's just the freight capsule, but I don't know what that looks like. So that could be anything that's not just nature. There's the object graveyard. That's just kind of straight north, and that's northeast. That's the gate. I mean, yeah, it could be in like this area over here. That's what I would consider generally northwest. Barely northwest, but northwest nonetheless. Oh, nonetheless. Yeah, so that's like this over here. Whoop. What does like a freight capsule look like? That's the thing. I don't. Okay, this is still like northwest. I got all up in that tower. I can't go in here. I don't have a key for this. I mean, this is northwest, and it looks like it could be something, but I already opened this, and all it had was an iron ore. What kind of crooked contact inside the Clockwork Kingdom is willing to grant you travel permit, but it's only if you do her a favor. Find the lost royal freighter capsule somewhere in the countryside northwest of Ferropolis and bring whatever's inside back to the royal. What am I looking for? What is the item? What is the object? Stupid spider train didn't even see me. Alright, let's get up to Ferropolis. And... yeah, that's just like a little house we can... maybe, I mean, this is like northeast. Let's see if we can see anything real quick. Oh, that's a cannon. Yeah, get out of here, spider train. I don't think the thing's gonna be over here. Can't say I didn't look, though. Sure. Oh, hey, a respawn thingy. That's nice. What the hell is this place? Dull mechanical voice booms out through the great machine's visor. Edict, halt, and beshrive thyself, citizen, for thou standest before a servant of the Clockwork King. How exactly does one beshrive oneself? Pondering. Alas, thy query exceeds the remit of this incarnation's petitions to its majesty may be submitted at the Machinarium. Appraisal, thou art a vagabond of unknown loyalty, therefore edict trespasses not against the king's peace, for thou art watched and thrice watched. All hail its majesty, Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Yeah, fair. Let's close due to investigation. I'm afraid I can't say more. Alright, cool. Now I gotta find out how to take the long way back up. Ooh. That's so far. What's up, Tatter? The Greater Dakota area. How you doing, man? What's up? What's happening? What's poppin'? What's papa-logging? What's papa-dropping? Oh, you want to go, Spider Train? It's popping right out the joint. Hell yeah. Pop it out the joint, then pop it back in the joint. Send help. Ah, my joints. I mean, ammo and gold. I'll take that. It's worth. Just so you guys know, an ad's going to be starting soon. Well, just getting up and trying to decide your first move for the day. Well, it seems like you decided your first move was going to be to hang out here for a little bit, which is a W move. That's the start for a successful day. I think your next move should be, in no particular order, brush your teeth, get some breakfast, make a cup of coffee if you want. You know, I don't know if you're a coffee drinker. Then do some light stretching and calisthenics to warm up the body. Then take a fat bong rip and a line of coke. Then go Tokyo drift around a mall parking lot. I think if you can squeeze all that in before you really start your day, that's the recipe for a successful day. Oh, don't pick that. I didn't realize it was nighttime. Might be, might be. Here, hold on. I need to go... Let me go find the Apostatic Union place. Because I bet they'll give me a free bed. Surface notice board is entirely lost beneath a layer of foot. A sign at the top reads missing persons. Read one of the notices. One notice in particular catches your eye. It looks relatively new and is written in a spidery hand. Dear child, I don't know why I'm writing this. I don't know who you are. I don't even remember your name. I just know there is a hole in my life and nothing fills it. If you are real, please come home. I want to feel right again. Oleg Igorovich. Now a verse from our collective tale. In chat where crabs attack and time's a ticking clock, Pierre's humor hits while Stoll rocks. Soccer poop, the debate ensues, with laughter in the air, Molt stream is wild, with quotes that aren't quite there. Dartata drops in with jokes and cheer, TikTok goes the stream, delusion's crystal clear. Thanks for doing the shout out, Argo. Fair, can't go wrong there, might be brushing hair, see how cold in the air, the request is fair, you and Cozy make quite the pair, see you after the ads if you dare. I dare, I will be here. Something tugs at you about this strange notice. Maybe you should offer your help. The notice gives direction to a house on the northeast islet of Ferropolis, access via the city's rear gate. Read another notice. This notice written on the back of a royal petition slip, seemingly by several different hands. Missing 2 months, Edith. Be much missed by her 3 children. Alright. Darth Tatter, more like Darth Tatter fun. This rockin' drummers, Jedi survivoring, Fortnite farting, Fallout 4ing, and Mortal combating their way through the galaxy. From Sword Horde to Batman to Spider-Man comic books, this streamer's got more variety than a box of chocolates. Yes, leave and play your request. Back from the ads? Hell yeah. Alright, sealed by an unseen device, alright. What delusion things, what lore things do I need to use? I did enjoy your poem. You're confronted by a middle-aged man with piercing eyes and a bushy, well-kept salt and pepper beard. Halt, in the name of the king! Traveler, you are hereby detained in the name of the majesty of Clockwork King. Please don't do yourself a mischief by resisting. Why? I am Sunil, the king's speaker, first among equals in the machinist field. In its ever-advancing wisdom, its majesty has requested your presence as the audience chamber at the Machinarium. This is not optional. Ah, yes, of course. I have very important information for its majesty. For its ears only. Convey me thither, my good man. Sunil studies you like a pinned butterfly and then snorts. Militia, arrest this nitwit. No need to be gentle. The guards close in. Okay, you didn't have to be rough about it. As you approach the vast machine, a sense of uncanny pressure pervades your body. As if you're pushing against an invisible wall that grows stronger with every step. Is it sorcery, or only your fear? Your soul knows that the king is bigger than this interface, bigger than the room, bigger than the machinarium, bigger than the sky. You feel minuscule at his presence, and somehow fictional, as if all your memories are merely this thing's daydreams. The noise of the wheels and pistons fuse into abysmal roar. Your skin fizzes, your sense of balance swirls. You taste metal, then burnt nuts, then somehow magenta. A delicate metal arm shivers into life and begins to write. Invocation afoot, please abide. Invoking. Rejoice and exult, the invocation is cast. All hail its majesty, Mechanicus Rex, the Clockwork King. Now summon, canon, courtesy. Royal, audience, human, ignorant. Alas, cannot invoke hex, ruin. Bezos, 9/12 binding. Alas, cannot invoke hex, Orison. Reza Sharps, 14th, Exagus, record of fault. I'm gonna try my best to read this. Record of fault. The flood of symbols fills the parchment several times over until finally the quill stops. What? Subject indicates confusion, 62% confidence, conjuring, alternate, exegesis, fetching true name. Judgment, without art, subject number. What? I'm sorry. Subject number MCDX. Hold on, I don't know Roman numerals off the top of my head. I have to. MCDXCCXLII. MC EX CC XLII. 1442. Okay. I'm from outside. Yes, Your Majesty, that's me. Be it so, thou mayest rise. Subject 1442. Thou art summoned here to account for thy purpose. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? I'm an apathetic Union agent hunting a dangerous outlaw. Pondering, Our Majesty does not recognize the entity known as the apathetic Union. Therefore, edict, all Union agents must first account for past grievances. Thus, and Argo coming in with a word redeem. Yeah, let me just read what this says on screen. So this translates to... "Ah!" Again, the inscrutable symbols fill the page, continuing for about a minute. Therefore, we demand, what is thine answer? Well, gobbledygook and flibber gibbet to you too. What? We'll see. O most wise clockwork king, might you speak the tongue of the common folk? Alas, cannot summon lexicon, common folk, no alternate, exegesis, explead. Therefore, once again we demand, what is thine answer? Your question has no answer. Pondering. Subject 1442, thine answer is invalid, therefore edict, thou art select for this sacramental duty. All prior purpose is heresy, annulled, is hereby annulled, and shall be as dust. What does that mean? Sacramental duty is as follows. Okay, Cozy asked me politely not to scream, so this just translates to screaming noises. This time, the nonsense continues for several minutes. Failure of these tasks may result in critical reality exception, 76% confidence, judgment. A critical reality exception may imperil this kingdom. Therefore, edict, dereliction of this duty will be punished by unmitigated annihilation. How can I obey if I can't understand you? Pondering. Obedience does not require understanding, therefore edict, thou shalt perform the sacramental duty. Thine audience is concluded, and thou art dismissed, therefore vacate immediately this hallowed chamber and begin the task on pain of annihilation. I mean, I'm gonna poke around a little bit first. They done built themselves a god. Alright, let's read Pierre's word, or not Pierre's, Argo's word. Argo coming in with a word redeem. Just remember, Kid Goku used to slap people private parts to make sure what gender they were. God, you get sack-tapped by Goku. He's gotta sterilize your great-grandfather. Alright, the word is... amnesia. A loss of memory due to a brain injury, shock, fatigue, repression, or illness. Amnesia. 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 I never played the original Amnesia game because I thought it was too scary. Amnesia. Alright. Down we go! Please don't sue me, Nintendo. There, wasn't that exciting? Now be gone. I'd better use this for my thought power than to expend more of it on you. Wait, I need to tell you the king's message. Sunil's nostrils flare. No, you do not. The master is quite capable of praising me on his concerns directly. My staff will review the logs of your audience. Be gone. I will not ask you again. But the king said that he chose me for a sacramental duty. There'd be a critical reality. Sunil waves his hand and a cipher sigil shines in the air. You suddenly find you cannot move or speak. Enough! Hear me, traveler. Its Majesty's edicts are complex and easily misunderstood by one such as you. Any task of true import will be noted and addressed. You are finished here. Alright, well, I don't know why you had to, like, beat me up and kidnap me to just tell me to fuck off. Ew, a bot. Get him, Argo. Cozy's taking a nap right now. Yeah, fuck him up. Also, BRB, no worries, Pierre. I just imagine Argo, like, enthusiastically beating somebody with a baseball bat. I don't mean to break into people's houses. I forget it's nighttime. Out of nowhere, you get a random urge to check your pocket. Inside, you find a scrap of paper that you've never seen before. The internet note reads, "We must speak, but hostile eyes are watching. Meet me after nightfall in the park in the Upper Ferropolis. I'll be waiting under the gazebo. Come alone and trust no one." Got my scream sneeze. I think I'm muted in time. Got a call from her in school. His ass thought it was a good idea to go swimming in a puddle. I like this kid. This kid is going places. Kyle's passport, 101 manor. Okay, well. Sealed by an unseen device. Alright, what do we gotta do here? Fine, or... Yo, I can upgrade my sword. Go pick him up right now. Gonna take an early lunch to do that. Aw, that's nice of you. Good old Uncle Pierre. You should pick him up and take him swimming. That's right, I'm T.O. Sock. You tell him T.O. Sock said good job for swimming in the puddle. Why the hell did I come all the way up here? To get on this roof, that's why. Why did I want up here? Oh god, the game's freaking out a little bit. The game didn't want me to do that. The game did not want me up here. That's the airship thing. Alright, sure. The woman smiles at you with a spark in her sea-green eyes, but seems truly without malice. Her mechanical arm gives a fluid salutation, while her brooch marks her as a member of the Machinist Guild. Hello, stranger. Come to escape the world for a bit. Are you a friend? Smile widens. So you got my note. Thank you for coming. Sorry for the cloak and dagger dance. The Machinarium is tense right now. Being seen with me would put you in danger. My name is Afra. I am the chief interpreter of the Machinist Guild, and I am very excited to meet you. I don't like the sound of that. Tell me, friend, which part of yourself do you like the least? If you could change something today, what would it be? Or kinder, slower to anger, quicker to trust. My charisma feels like everyone is sharing a joke I don't get. I guess my charisma? Lie? Nothing I'm happy... What if I am happy with myself? Why does that have to be a lie? I am pretty happy with myself, but we'll go with my charisma. If it's any comfort, a lot of those people feel the same way. But why should you have to accept that? Why shouldn't you be able to change it? We live in an age of marvels, increasing every year. Magic is abundant, fizzing in the air and in the stones and in our blood. Why not use it? Magic is dangerous, and it always has its price. Wisdom is accepting the world as it is. No, that's not true. Magic dangerous always has its price. Haven't been worn your new shoes yet because it's raining? No, 100%. Wait until it's nice out. True, but its dangers can be managed. It's cost shared. What about the cost of leaving things as they are? The yawning abyss of suffering that we call just ordinary life. He's talking very quickly now. But what does this have to do with your note? She blinks. Oh yes, of course, the note. Listen, you already know something is deeply wrong with this kingdom, don't you? Don't need to pretend. Anyone can see it, even if they're afraid to say so. Go on. It's not just the shortages. This awful winter, even the corruption. King's alterations to reality have lost all rhyme and reason. And things are going missing. People, houses, towns, words, even memories. Many people blame the machinists, but the truth is that even we no longer understand our king's actions. Hence, I suspect that all these problems are just the different sides of one problem. Bluntly, the Clockwork King is going mad, and nobody has any idea why. That is, nobody except me. As chief interpreter, my sacred duty is to analyze its Majesty's wishes. I become convinced that the king is trying to tell us something huge, something we don't want to hear. What exactly did the king say to you? Speaker Sunil won't let me read the logs until he's redacted any confidential information, but that'll take months, and we may not have months. Told me to perform the sacramental duty. Sacramental duty? Never heard of such a thing. Didn't explain what that means? Yes, it was some weird language I'd never seen. Of course, those symbols the king spits out are six-fold cipher language. I could read them easily, if only I could access the logs. Damn it all, Sunil! Why won't you listen? Friend, this confirms my worst fears. Her speech quickens. Because don't you see, it all's connected. If the cipher is true, the language of reality, and cipher magic is powered by cognition, that means we must account for all relevant cognition within defined thermospace, which is called a whole, which in this case is a whole kingdom. Now, Karak's law states that the cumulative cipheric interpretations of incognitive entities may be exposed as a six-dimensional variform manifold according to the function. Listen intently. Before it leaps between apparently unrelated topics at dizzying speed, growing increasingly flustered as she struggles to express the contours of some vast structure inside her head. Sometimes you glimpse details, but overall shape eludes you. She stops and takes a deep breath. I'm sorry, this isn't going how I imagined. It's all so dumbly tangled up together. If only... She snaps her mechanical fingers, that's it. You'll need to see it for yourself. There's a house here in Ferropolis. It's scheduled for removal, but I'm sure to delay. Long enough for you to visit. Take this key. Inside the house, you'll find a mirror. Walk through it. Alright, where's the house? The house is tucked away on the lowest level of the city, what the locals call the conduits. It's rather a ward down there, so you might have to search a bit. The conduits are hardly a savory place, but you meet such interesting people. I used to love visiting the bazaar, back when I was just a junior interpreter. Alas, with my present rank, it would be most unwise for me to be seen there. I'll see what I can do. Please try, friend. You can't know how important this is. Alright, I'm kind of actually really interested in this now. They built a machine god that is going insane. Hold on, wait. Before I do this, I want to upgrade my sword. But it's the middle of the night. Now I'm down here. Nothing seems to happen. I've been finding a lot of those little green skulls. That's at least the third one I've found. Do I remember where I found all the others? No, but I know that's the third one I found. Is it daytime yet? No? Okay, let's just spend 5 gold on a bed. I'll take it. Ah, it's a beautiful new day in the Clockwork Kingdom. Down this way. Alright, here we go. Fine, great sword. This one's finely balanced, the ornate handle providing counterweight to the blade that makes it easy to swing in wide, lethal arcs. Alright, so that does 18 damage. 24 for the next one. Yo. Alright, so now we got more damage. Let's get out here and... Yo, I like it. I like it. I'm into it. Alright. A house in the Warrens. I'm looking glass. Why is your face so small? She fits her charms, dangling her neck and produces a large glass lens. She has a disconcerting effect of magnifying her eye to enormous size. Much better, yes. You see, my dear, I must read your lips, for my ears cannot hear your words. One giant pupil dances back and forth like a fish as in a bowl as she examines you. Seek alchemical aid, do you not? Eye of worm and hair of slug and all that. I am Madame Lascus, and in the rolling mist of your future, I see a most fruitful relationship for both of us. My dear, alas, my dear. My dear, alas, my dear. If only I could bottle happier fate for you. Still, perhaps there's something I can do. What do you got? I'll buy a truth potion, actually. I only have the one. Thank you. I do kind of dislike that you don't get weapon options, really, until you're in this area. Woman's guarded a bucket of water. Sits down on the ground near the machinery. When she sees you, she tenses up. King's Grace to you, citizen. Don't mind me. I've got nothing worth stealing. I don't know why she's kind of Irish. What are you hiding here with a bucket of water? I'm not hiding. I'm warming it, eh? These pipes run right into the machinarium. And here, look. She grabs your hand and holds it against the metal pipe for a few seconds. It's hot. And be right to refuse a gift from the king, no, would it? I'm just making sure nothing's wasted. Yeah, you know what? Fair. I ain't gonna tell you no. Shit, I'd be setting up my little homeless tent back there. Gonna be homeless, you might as well be warm about it. Okay, wait. That was... Okay. Ah, here we go. Squirming Godlet. Alright. Weird that one's just in a chest there, but you know what? They gotta be somewhere. Step out the other side of the mirror. For a moment you think you're still in Ferropolis until you look up and see that the sky is gone. Instead of the Oneric Isle's familiar red neutron star, there is only blackness, save for the swirling gyre of dim blue light staring down at you like a malevolent eye. A tenement drifts overhead, unmoored from the earth, tumbling slowly end over end all around you. The city twists up impossibly into the air. Houses piled upon houses, pipes and drains and gutters spreading like tree branches as far as the eye can see. Look around. It's freezing in here, frost crunches under your feet, and every surface is hung with icicles. You see statues in naturalistic poses cluttering the streets, but no people. From somewhere nearby, there's a sound of discordant music. Can I not, like, actually look around? Hello? Afra? Anyone? There's no answer save the echoes of your own voice. Examine the statues. Your stomach twists as you realize the statue was once a living person. Their mouth is open, their fist is raised in the air. They were frozen solid in the midst of a screaming argument. As you explore, you find another frozen person lying tucked up in bed in the middle of the street, wearing a nightcap with a pom-pom at the end, and a family sitting around for a dinner table, forks and cups suspended halfway to their mouths. You shiver. Why did Afra bring you here? Look for the source of the music. The music verges on random noises. Every time you think you figured out the structure, it changes and slips from your grasp. Sometimes it stops for several minutes, and all you can do is wait, shivering. In the deserted remnants of an old plaza, you find a grand piano. Its keys clinking and plonking on their own. No other living soul is visible. You shiver. Why the hell did Afra bring you here? I'd ignore the scenery and look for a way out. Time seems to work differently here. You feel like you've been wandering for hours. Could be minutes. At some point, you realize you're now upside down in relation to where you started. A rowing boat with 2 petrified passengers spins in the air. Finally, leaning on the railing of a catwalk that goes nowhere, clad in a well-worn fur coat, you spot Afra. She waves at you. Afra's breath and mist in the air, she gives a wry smile. Well, fancy seeing you here. The fact I'm just staring at this mirror is a little irritating for all this. So this is what you wanted to show. How did you get here? Same way you did. I discovered this place by chance about a year ago. I've been studying it ever since. As far as I can tell, no other living machinist even knows about it. So this is what you wanted to show me? Yes, this is what the king has been doing. Everything you see here has vanished from our world by the king's magic. When they vanish, reality adjusts around them as if they were never here. There are hundreds of people here. Houses, streets, towns. It's a silent massacre no one's allowed to think about. And it's speeding up. What do you mean it's speeding up? How is this possible? Years ago, before I joined the Machinists, we gave the king the power to alter people by magic. The idea that was that a new society would need a new kind of citizen, with new virtues and skills. Before long, my colleagues began using this power to rewrite troublesome personalities, or even erase them from existence. Wish I'd paid closer attention. It wasn't my department, you understand. But this is beyond anything we ever asked for. I've scoured the logs, and almost everything here was vanished by the king on its own initiative. In other words, we've lost control. Sounds like you got your wish. Afra winces. Perhaps I should have asked more questions, raised more objections, but please, believe me, most of my colleagues are not evil people. No one wanted these. In fact, I found evidence that at least 12 missing machinists from my own department whom nobody remembers. Did any of them try to raise the alarm? Am I really the first to find these places? No wonder we always feel so understaffed. Can we help these people, bring them back? After looks pained. Anything that stays here more than about 6.5 hours becomes irrevocably void-touched, and would disintegrate upon returning to our world. The best we can do now is try to stop the inflow. What do you mean it's speeding up? Do you know what exponential means? Suppose you have 2 spore mites, and they breed. Then you have 4, and then they breed. So then you have 8, and then they breed. Cheers, Argo. And just so you guys know, an ad's gonna be starting soon. Oh shit, indeed. How can this be stopped? Afra twists up the corner of her mouth in a mirthless smile. I was hoping you'd ask that. We've lingered here long enough. If you're willing to help, step through the mirror and meet me back at the Unison Park after nightfall. Let's get out of here. Yeah, it would have been cool to see some of that, but... Alright. Is there a bed in here? Can I get like a free place to sleep? No. You have I close all the doors. Well, I mean to be rude otherwise. Like if I just came into your house, left the front door open, you'd be mad as hell. Alright, let me get another room. See, like I forgot to close that door. The cold was just blowing in on those poor folk. Sitting in there trying to be warm and have a drink. Alright, wait till nightfall. "1918, President Wilson outlined a blueprint for world peace after World War I. How many points did the pivotal plan contain? Wasn't it like a 32-point plan, I want to say? going to say 32-point plan based on no information. Oh, there's an elevator? That would have been handy instead of me just yeeting myself off the edge every time. Oh, this elevator goes way down. Oh, this is the lift. Okay. Guard ways you through. Please clear the way. Thought this was closed for an investigation, you fucking liar. Alright, let's get up to that park. Park is kind of a strong word for a gazebo in a corner, but sure. Boar's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation. So, Fred, now you've seen the cost of the King's Madness. Will you help me? I'll compensate you, of course, as best a humble engineer can. You have my attention. Oh, King's mercy, thank you. Could not know how grateful I am that someone understands. I've been working on a spell. It would stop the banishing and reform the King's power so that it can only alter people at their own request, with their consent, just like we talked about, see? President Wilson's ambitions plan for peace consisted of 14 points, which he hoped would lay the groundwork for a more peaceful world. I was close with 18. But Price is Right rules I did go over, so doesn't count. Fortunately, my spell must be enacted inside the King's audience chamber, and these days only Speaker Sunil and his inner circle are allowed in. We're all so paranoid about the saboteur. But you think summoned you specifically. Do you realize how rare that is? His Majesty doesn't make mistakes, only decisions we don't understand. Yet, His Majesty has decided you are important. We can induce the King to summon you again. Sunil would have to let you in. You never disobey a royal command. Then you can input my spell. Does that make sense? Just tell me what you need me to do. First, we must catch the King's attention. About a month ago, a strange phenomenon reported in a graveyard outside Ferropolis. My analysis suggests these phenomena are secret messages from Its Majesty. Take my Machinist Guild insignia, and investigate the graveyard. The graveyard keeper may also be able to assist you. Use it carefully, friend. These insignias command great power throughout the kingdom. Now, I could be wrong, but I suspect this message will begin with music like this. It becomes a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once, like a lullaby from time's own beginning. You have a good voice, you know. She looks genuinely pleased. Okay, well, perhaps if this whole machinist business doesn't pan out, I can make a living as a troubadour. So is your mission clear? I think I understand. How else can I empower you? Just wish me luck. All the luck in the world. And friend, please don't breathe a word of our plan to anyone, especially Speaker Sunil. I shudder to think what he'd do if he found out. Okay, no worries. Hey, Speaker Sunil! You want to hear some cool shit? Nah, Sunil's a dick. Alright, well, I know the thing she's talking about. Yeah, that is such a cool view. Hold on, you know what? While I'm here, let me go talk to this lady up here about the thing. Did you find the cargo, citizen? I've heard I have no time for you otherwise. What do you want me to do again? What you're looking for is a royal freight capsule with a chest inside. It should be somewhere northwest of here, in the forest beyond the farmland. Forest beyond the farmlands. Bring me the contents of the chest, I think was very fruitful. Okay. Forest beyond the farmlands to the northwest. That's much more helpful information, because that's like right over there. Alright. That narrows it down so much. Okay, let's sneak up on this guy. Okay, next level up, I need to put a point in might. There ain't no way around it. It's gotta be done. I am not doing enough damage. Inside the yellow box is a mechanical console with something like an ear trumpet hanging on a curly wire. Tiny noises issue from its mouth. Pick up the trumpet and listen. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. Your brain is flooded by a cacophony of jagged noises. Then you realize it's some kind of otherworldly music. Music throbs in an alien time signature, defying your attempts to track its rhythm. Ghostly and human voices lap over each other like waves. It feels like a memory from before the universe was made. It doesn't seem like the king's message. You'll have to try one of the other boxes. Let me talk to this guy. Welcome to the graveyard, pal. What brings you all the way out here? Doesn't look like any graveyard I've seen. Yeah, funny sort of gravestones, ain't they? This is where they keep things that the Clockwork King makes what no one can find a use for. Teapots, chess sets, bathtubs, grand pianos, it all ends up here. Some things, nobody even knows what they are. Why Its Majesty makes them, I couldn't tell you. Plenty of stuff here people give their left arms for that ain't getting built. But that's not for me to question the logic of our king. No. They're out else? Was there out else? I'll be going now. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll come back. But I don't want to tell him I'm on official business until the business is official. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You feeling me, dog? Pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. You can hear two people in soft conversation, their voices echoing as if from the other end of a long stone passage. There now, it'll be alright. How's this going to be alright? Lydia's just gone, and nobody remembers. I feel like my brain is melting and running out of my ears. I know. I mean, all we've got is each other, and I ain't going nowhere. Pause. I was washing up today. Did you ever notice how many dishes we have? Enough for 5 people, not 2. Well, helps to have extras, don't it? You know we can't afford more of anything than we need. We had an extra bed, too, before we sold it. And that cot. This seemed like the king's message. Well, that's just sad. Their family's disappearing. Pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. An old man's voice echoes from the other end. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? I don't know where I am. Please. It's cold. Stay calm. I'll try to help you. The old man doesn't seem able to hear you. I can't see anything. I can't feel my body. Is anyone there? Hello? Please. If anyone's there, say something. This doesn't seem like the king's message. First you just hear hissing, and then the tune that after hummed. A genderless voice announces with mechanical regularity, 6, 1, 6, 3, 2, break, 5, 2, 6, alder, bantam, 2, break, 4, 6. The voice drones on, and then repeats. This must be the king's message. You scribble down everything you can, then replace the trumpet. Okay, so it's a number station. Alright, now I need to search the forest over here. The game just got hella quiet. Oh, I bet that's what I'm looking for. Oh, wait, you got little snow booties on? I'm supposed to be impressed? You're still going down, Spider Train. I picked that lock midair. Damn, I'm good. Pickled head. His withered face is frozen in a look of ingenious vexation, while his eyes rolled back fully into their sockets, gazing into some eternal brinescape of the mind, resemble hard-boiled eggs. Okay, so that's... They really needed me to pick up a pickled head. I hope my head gets pickled when I die. Alright, well, let's get back to town. You'll pickle my head for me? Add it to my last will and testament. Store shall pickle that Mort's head when he dies? Oh, absolutely. That's great, because I've told Cozy before when I die, she's not allowed to move on. And I think having my pickled head in a jar will really help her not move on. That goes for all you guys, too. You're not allowed to find, like, another streamer out there for me to replace me. You're not allowed to, like, move on past your grief of me dying. Not allowed. Think so? She can develop some really unhealthy Oh, absolutely. Put little hats on the jar. Anytime somebody comes over, she can put, like, the jar at one part of the table and put a plate of food in front of it. Smear mashed potatoes on the outside of it. Where my mouth, approximately where my mouth is. I think that can only be good. Just carry the preservative jar everywhere. Exactly. Just turn it around when you had a date. Bev, I don't know how to tell you this, but if a man comes over and you have another man's head pickled in a jar, it don't matter if you turn it around. I don't think they're staying. Just in the car and just seatbelt over the jar. Yeah, you ain't getting a second date at that point. Now, she'd put me in a little car seat, so that way if there was an accident, it'd be one of the car seats facing the wrong way to protect me. They won't. They'll know. They'll know. Did you find the cargo? The pickled head on her desk. Friend of yours? The factor raises her eyebrow and lets out a low whistle. Not personally, but we should thank him nonetheless. After all, he just saved both your heads and mine, see? What's so important about him? The factor maintains an impenetrable poker face. That would be Chairman Duncan, the inimitable first leader of the Machinist Guilds. Apparently our king is convinced that he possessed some critical knowledge of the correct path forward for the kingdom. Ever since he died, the guild has been trying to wrinkle out of his brain. In the meantime, given the current instability, Its Majesty has decreed that the head be moved to Ferropolis and put on display for public veneration, to bolster morale, see? Pats the glass jar gently and smiles at you. I don't know about you, but I feel better already. It's about those permits. Yes, let's get that all sorted, shall we? She produces official-looking parchment and begins filling it in. Not to worry, this will stand up to scrutiny. After all, it's quite real. Wait, so how do you know Mikhail? Seems like you owe him quite the favor. Factory school starts moving. She gives you a cautioning look and then gently sets it down. Misha and I have a good working relationship. In our own way, we both serve the king. Each of us has targets to meet. He has access to goods that are subject to temporary mismatch of supply and demand here in the kingdom, whereas I have a city to feed and clothe, see? So it's everyone in Ferropolis who owes Mikhail a favor. She hunts the parchment and gives you a bright smile. Not least yourself. Well, I believe all this is in order. The gate bridge will be open to you though. Send my love to Misha, won't you? Alright, now I can walk home if I want. Which we'll probably do later. What are these guys doing in town? They have to wait till it's nighttime. House on the island north. Okay, I need to do that. Gone mad. After nightfall. Okay, we can go. To the house on the islet. To the. What was that? Northwest? Northeast. That's like over here-ish. Old citizen, do not interfere with these silk slugs in any way, or you'll answer the Machinist Guild. Why? I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't. I don't need their silk. I have plenty of silk. I am greatly confused, admittedly, why they're wandering around, but who am I? Who am I to say don't let the silk slugs wander around? Am I not but a man? Sealed, I need a key, or it's sealed in some way, which means I need to do lore things to open it. This is where I was before I was abducted by Sunil and his vagrants. Woman is knitting something long and cozy looking. Look like you've seen a ghost, dear. Anything you want to talk about? I just really miss my family. She looks genuinely concerned. King's Wheels, dear. That sounds horrific. Why don't you tell me all about it? It's been a long while talking about your highly unusual troubles. Not sure whether she believes you, but it helps. I should be going. Yeah, like, you look a little sad. What's wrong? Do I tell her about the mercenary captain trying to destroy the world by resurrecting your dead sister? Do I tell her about the Robot King and his undecipherable orders for me? About the void in reality that the Robot King keeps sending people to? Or do I just say I miss my family? A glass bottle flies past your ear and smashes against the door frame. It soars a middle-aged man, clearly very drunk. Who the fuck are you? Get your medicine home. Oleg Igorovich, I presume? Yes, who's asking? I saw your missing persons notice. I'm here to help. Notice. Yeah, I put on notice. And you know what? Fuck all that shit. Who even cares? What's the point? Everyone's mission nowadays. It's no use. Look, if you want anything useful out of him, you'll need to sober him up. Thought I was having a stroke for a second just hearing me talk like that. That would actually be kind of hilarious if just midstream I had a stroke and I was just started talking like this. Nobody can do anything. You also thought I was having a stroke for a second? No, that's my drunk voice. That's me reading drunk people. Drunk text. Alright, I need to sober him up. I'm a stamina potion. Man shrugs and drinks it, his eyes widen, his hands begin to shake, and then he dunks a pitcher of water over his own head. Oleg glares at you. Is this your idea of helping? You've wasted your time. My child is gone. I'm still here. That's all there is. Case closed. End of message. What do you mean, gone? I have no child. Once, yes, Galet Mishkin and Indira Mishkin died young. Buried them myself. Ancient history. You can see I live alone here. But last month I found something. A locket in among the junk in the back of that cabinet I never opened. It says, to my father. I don't recognize it, yet somehow I know I've seen it before. I thought about it, and there's only one answer. The locket is mine. I did have another child, one that I have somehow forgotten. So now you've heard the whole sorry tale. Isn't it pathetic? A grown man weeping over a fantasy. I don't care if you believe me. Just leave me to drown myself in peace. You've seen me drunk and I don't talk like that? I don't think you've actually seen me drunk. At best, you've seen me with a couple of beers.
I haven't seen you ever drink.
Yeah, Cozy's never even seen me drink.
I've seen store drunk.
Yeah, we've seen you drunk. We've seen you... No, it's not. Stuart, you saw me... So, here's how my drinking habits went as I progressed. Didn't drink before I was 21, really. Turned 21. I don't really like the taste of beer that much. Let's drink rum. Drinks a lot of rum. Like a concerning amount of rum. Realizes that drinking a lot of hard alcohol all the time is really, really bad for you. So then switches to beer. But I have to drink a lot of beer to feel the effects. Trust me, when I was drinking, 2 beers was not enough to get me drunk. I might have had like a little buzz going, might have been a little bit tipsy, shouldn't have been didn't drive for obvious reasons, but I was not drunk. According to Roses, you get lovey-dovey when you're drunk. Aww. Only because my tolerance went up. If you drink a couple beers now, oh yeah. If I had a White Claw now, I'd probably be feeling lit. Like, if I'd, like, just drink one White Claw, I'd be just, like, dancing. Just like, yeah, this is a good day. You mean TV static? I like bubbly water. I like seltzer. So, if it's alcohol seltzer, I'd probably like it. And that happens to you if you go 3 months without drinking. Half a beer is enough to get you drunk. Yeah, no, I'm sure at this point it would take nothing to get me plastered. But I don't want to drink. Mostly because I don't want to deal with the consequences of drinking. Like the hangover and all that. But me and Cozy do joke that if one of us has a stroke, the other one won't realize for like 2 or 3 days. Because I'll just, like, occasionally just be talking to her, and I'll just start talking like this. I'll just be like, hey, baby, what's up? What's going on? I'll do, like, a Bobcat Goldthwait impression out of nowhere. And it's just like, yeah, if we had a stroke, we'd never know. You married into a family of drinkers? Literally every time you're around your wife's family, it involves alcohol. I mean, that's my, like... Well, I'm not going to say my whole family, but, like, a lot of my family drinks. I know, like, there's nothing wrong with drinking in social settings, you know. Granted, it's mostly holidays. Yeah, like, you know, it's whatever. Can you tell me anything at all about the child? Yeah, like, it's whatever. It's holidays, you know. I don't judge people unless it's a problem. And even then, I don't really judge them. And I was like, well, probably calm down with it. Nothing. You see my problem? There are no clues. The pain is so much worse now I know, and yet I have no way to end it. I thought perhaps if I drink enough, I will forget all over again. No such luck. So now you see the case is hopeless. One person who could help me will never talk to me. As I said, you're wasting your time. What if I could talk to this person for you? Oleg examines you, weighing his options. And well, if it makes you leave me in peace. West of the city is a place called the Library of Untruths. No signs point to it, and no official map marks it. But it's there. Take my locket and show it to the librarian. Perhaps maybe she will help you. Listen, I am not sentimental. I know my child may be dead, or worse. All I want to know is their name and their fate. At least then I know who I mourn for. I'll see what I can do, Mr. Mishkin. Oleg grunts. Next time, I won't miss. Judge the fuck out of your brother. He experienced consequences of drinking and decided, yeah, I'll take some more of that. Well, see, that's when I would call it a problem. He's 42. Yeah, that's the one you've mentioned before, right? Yeah, usually people are like, oh, the hangovers are getting worse. I should dial back the drinking. Yeah, you have... So, not this guy. So back when I drank a lot, back when I drank hard alcohol, like rum all the time, I heard the expression hair of the dog, meaning, oh, you're drunk, you're hungover from drinking too much, have a little drink of what you were drinking last night and it'll make the hangover, it'll lessen the hangover. And I was like, oh, bet. So if I was, say I was off 2 or 3 days in a row and I was drinking, I would be drinking for all those days because I had nothing else to do. So I would drink rum all night, and then the first drink I would have when I woke up the next day was rum. And then I would drink water and eat food and all that. But it genuinely did help the hangover. It does work, but it's kind of like, let's move the hangover to later today. Yeah, that's the thing. It works, and it works really well, which is the problem. Because then you're like, ah, well, perfect. I can just drink rum. I can just drink alcohol to start. There are no consequences. But yeah, usually I'd drink a little bit of rum on an empty like I would wake up and just have some rum on an empty stomach. So even if it was just like, it was probably like 2.5 shots because that's how I made my drinks. It was just like straight. It was enough. You know, I was definitely feeling it at that point. Decent buzz going, and then I'd like drink some water, have food, you know, go about my day. Eventually I would sober up, just so you guys know an ad's gonna be starting soon. And then later the day I would start drinking again. If you ever sober up, if I never sober up, I never get hungover. Exactly. But the problem is, then the collective hangover just kills you. Yeah, now Cozy's my drug. I'm going to Cozyholics Anonymous. Most people are there because they can't stop wearing nice oversized sweaters. And to tell you, Cozy was largely sober when you met him. Yeah, I mean, at that point, I had reached the point where I was like, yeah, this isn't worth it anymore. I would have 2 beers and wake up feeling like dog shit the next day. So I just had to stop. Rude, I'm sorry. Alright. Is this the one I was already at? It is, yes, okay. There's an abandoned one somewhere around here that I need to keep an eye out for. But yeah, that was the point I was really done with drinking, is when, like, I'd have a beer or two. Because I did insanely dial it back. I was like, yeah, I'll just have a beer or two, relax after work. Oh, let's see what Frosty's saying. Attention, coming soon to a chat near you. In a world where pickling heads is a love language, Mort's chat is a wild ride. Cozy plans date night jar tactics, while Store debates alcohol tolerance like it's a family holiday. Argo fears strokes from speech and static drinks. Will they survive the delusions of Dread Delusion? Stay tuned for more quirky confessions and laugh out loud moments. But yeah, when I was like, oh, I'll just have a beer or two to relax after work, and then I'd wake up feeling terrible the next day. That's when I was like, yeah, we out. We out. Hello again, dearie. Can I help you find anything? Is this a Library of Untruths by any chance? She looks you over her spectacles. The library of what? That certainly doesn't sound like a real place, dearie. If such a place did exist, you wouldn't be allowed there. And so, if this was it, you'd have to leave, but she smiles sweetly at you. It doesn't, and this isn't, so you're fine. Quick question, how many fingers am I holding up? Is this a game, dearie? I confess I don't know the rules. 3 fingers, of course. Okay. Show her Olog's locket. Does this change your answer? What's this? Did Olag send you? Damn it, I've already told him I know nothing about any... Her eye catches the locket, and suddenly she can't look away. Locket. Something wrong? I've never seen this locket in my life. Never seen this locket in my life, except why does it feel so... She takes it gingerly, feeling it in her hands. Shoves the locket back at you. Please leave. Tell that drunk bloody oaf I want nothing to do with him, and I'm not. She slams her fist on the desk to emphasize her point, prompting a chorus of mechanical chitters from the ceiling. Librarian sighs and lowers her voice to a sharp whisper. As I said, I'm not rescinding my petition. What petition? Our divorce petition. Isn't that why Oleg sent you? We've been waiting more than a year now for His Majesty's ruling. Unfortunately, there's a backlog. You misunderstand. I'm looking for Oleg's missing child. She listens to your explanation with growing alarm. But it's preposterous. That can't be right. I know that isn't. Her eyes return inexorably to the locket. King's mercy. It's true, isn't it? She looks back at you, seemingly on the verge of tears. I apologize for my outburst. I'm a little taken aback, you see. This is my child. It's my child, too. Listen, I can't help you. This is just an ordinary library. You see, there's nothing here about any missing child, and I am authorized to help you with whatever you need. Do you understand? I get it. You're enchanted, so you can't talk about this place. She gives you a meaningful look. Don't be absurd. There used to be a librarian here who could only lie, but she turned into a dragon and flew away. Okay, but there's a dragon flying around. So, so what is this place really? She thinks for a moment. Everything stored here is absolutely true, see? And it always was. Whatever you may have heard about the king being able to edit people out of reality, complete nonsense. If that was happening, everyone would certainly notice. And of course, there would be no record of it. How can you keep records of something that never existed? I can't imagine why the machinist would ever need something like that. Sorry, couldn't be more help, dearie. If there were any record of your child, how would I find it? Well, since neither I nor Oleg can remember the child, it stands to reason they never existed. If they never existed, they couldn't be any record. Certainly not here. Anyway, there's no way to access the reading room upstairs without a royal permit. No way at all. Can you imagine if it was something as simple as a hidden lever? Her gaze briefly darts down under the desk. She yawns theatrically. Oh dear, I'm feeling rather tired. You'll behave yourself if I rest my eyes for a moment, won't you? Just... I'm gonna go look out this window for a second while I leave this lever unattended. I just go up to him behind the window. Hey buddy, you might want to be careful. Somebody could pull that lever. Fingers quest around underneath the lip of her desk until they find something that clicks. Upstairs you hear a mechanical door clank. Don't worry, you've been very helpful. Thank you, dearie. It's Genevieve, by the way. It's my name. Genevieve Mishkin. I don't know why, but I felt you should know that.
Keep in mind he's great.
It's really funny. Machine thumbs with sorcery. A quill is tethered to it by a silver chain. Welcome to the Library of Untruths. Please inscribe the query. Beware, unsanctioned access is punishable by controlled annihilation. Show me your file on Oleg Igorovich Mishkin. Wheels and gears begin to spin. Below your feet, you hear the library pulling up scrolls to be loaded in the machine. Pondering. Last cannot summon codex. Record of fault. Codex not sanctioned for this installation. Only redacted subjects are listed in the archive. Crime-related codexes. Genevieve, Eladain, Mishkin, Branch 1. Igor, Soliman, Ivik, Mishkin. Show me a file on Genevieve, Mishkin, Branch 1. Genevieve, Elodin, Mission, Branch 1, Anti-Rex 17, Month 5, Day 5, Saint Void, Apostatic Republic of Bion, status redacted. Show me a list of this person's relatives. Branch 0, status alive. Oleg, Michigan, spouse, status alive. Gelet, Olgeva, Michigan, first child, status deceased at birth. Indra, Oleg, Michigan, second child, status deceased, 87, Pox. There's one more entry which somehow didn't appear in your initial search. Alas, cannot conjure verse. Third child, status, alas, cannot conjure verse. I'm gonna go about this person's history. Year 20, branch created by order of Machinus Rex, following selection of original for sensitive clerical service, immediately detained for intensive vetting, failed first vetting, revised accordingly. Past second vetting, revision applied to original. Subject redacted by order of Machinus Rex. Tell me about Genevieve's unknown third child. Cannot summon codex, record fault. Subject reindex under royal project. MMCCCCIX horoscope by petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. What is Project Horoscope? Cannot summon chapter, record of fault. Chapter sealed by petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. Can you show me anything related to this person? Pondering. Machine rumbles and whirs for some time as it dredges up the nearest scroll from deep within the recesses of the library. Annals of Royal Project, Horoscope, Case File, Subject 5, Original True Name, CCXLII, CCLIII. Common name, alas, cannot conjure verse. Birth date, Antes Rex 4, month 5, day 59. Birthplace unknown, Yansk Oblast. Branch 0, original, alas, cannot controverse. Branch 1, dead by suicide. Branch 11, dead in prison. Branch 111, executed for sedation. Branch 3, executed for sedation. Branch 4, immigrated without permit. Branch 5, assigned to royal service. Is this like a multiverse thing? I don't understand. Who are all these people? Alas, cannot summon chapter, record of fault. Chapter sealed by petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. What does cannot controverse mean? Summoning Codex, Compendium of Faults, 57th edition. Citation fault, LXVI/XIX. Occurs when record in royal annals are lost or corrupted. Attempts to manual inspection or file a petition to chaos operations. What happens to the original subject 5? Show me their history. It's time you hit pay dirt. Here are all the milestones and misfortunes of Oleg's third child, recounted with the clinical detachment of an accountant book. Year 3, registered in Royal Annals. Age 6, assigned to basic schooling in Yansk Oblast. Reassigned with family to Ferropolis. Petitioned Machinus Rex for technical schooling. Denied. Read through the full history. Year 10, assigned to factory service in Ferropolis. Reprimanded for carelessness. Year 11, petitioned for medical permit. Thonic of Jitterseed. Granted. Year 14, permit revoked due to supply considerations. 14, reprimanded for malingering. Year 15, dismissed for carelessness and insolence. Year 16, assigned to Royal Project, Horoscope. Keep reading. Year 18, assigned to menial service in Ferropolis as per project parameters. Arrested for supplementary violation, 2 days in stocks. Year 22, petition for change of common name granted as per project parameters. Petition for corporal transfiguration, change of sex, denied as project parameters. Year 23, appealed previous petition, denied as per project parameters. Assigned to agricultural service with Instrik Oblast as per project parameters. Petition for reassignment to Ferropolis, denied as per project parameters. Alas, fault in status check. Year 28, fault in status check. 29, fault in status check. That's all there is. You better ask the librarian what she makes of it. Try to learn more about Project Horoscope. After some digging, you find a record that was left out of Speaker Sunil's veil of secrecy, though it raises as many questions as it answers. Subject 5, final conclusion. This subject and his branches were by far the most variable alumni of Project Horoscope. Branch 0, the original, achieved the lowest combined aptitude and patriotism score, CAPS, in the entire cohort, due to deficits in faith and compliance, which outweighed his merit in scholastics and invention. Most alterations produced wild instabilities, leading to adverse outcomes for those branches. However, Branch 5 subsequently achieved the highest caps of all Horoscope alumni, earning admission to the Guild of Machinists. Since then, she has made transformative contributions that recommend her for higher office. Lessons for further alterations, doctrine are set forth in our full report. Contemplation concluded. Please replace Quill. I am going to bet. I'm going to make a wild ass prediction, but it's Asha, or whatever her name is actually the machinist. Or is like Oleg's child. Librarian quickly hides a handkerchief underneath some papers as you approach. Her eyes are red and wet. Oh, hello, dearie. Do pardon me. All the parchment here plays havoc on my allergies. I think I found something about your missing child. Oh, well then. She takes a deep breath. Go ahead. I'm as ready as I can be. The last known location was a place called Istrik Oblast. Istrik? Oh, dearie me. That's what we used to call the corrupted lands before they were consumed. I've never heard of any survivors. Didn't get the child's name. Something about a fault in the status check? How curious. That's quite similar to what the king says when you ask about people who fall prey to the corruption. Generally looks forlorn. I suppose the answer is staring us in the face, isn't it? When something becomes corrupted, its official records get scrambled. Some say it also affects people's memories of the thing. She sighs. Although obviously you and I both know the last part is claptrap. Istrik is gone, and there's a royal cleanup camp where it used to be out in the corrupted lands. If there are any clues left to this child's fate, surely find them there. How do you reach the corrupted lands? Sorry? The far eastern edge of this island, across an artificial ditch, the whole area is restricted by order of the king, and the cleanup crews get in and out by sky barge. Glances around the check, the canopies are still dormant, and lowers her voice. Between you and me, I hear there's some kind of abandoned machine out there that you could clamber up. Here she passes a little scrap of paper. Here are the access codes we use at the library. A lot of the king's machines use the same ones. Perhaps if you try them, you'll get lucky? What's the nature of the corruption? Nobody's quite sure, dearie. I do know it started long before the fall of Istrik. Just little outbreaks here and there. Only murmured about, never officially acknowledged. But then the town of Progress was consumed in a matter of weeks. And the rest of Istrik wasn't far behind. After that, everyone knew. I remember exactly where I was when I heard Progress had fallen, in that little apartment in Ferropolis, washing Oleg's socks. Oh, King's blessing on those brave cleanup workers. I'll do what I can. Thank you, dearie. I'll be praying to the king for you. Okay, so my running theory on what's happening right now is... Okay, they said far to the east. So, like over there. Okay. My running theory on what's happening with this right now is... So, the Clockwork Kingdom built a mechanical god king. To, like, magic everything to make people's lives better. Is this the abandoned one? No. To make people's lives better. But it can, like, see the multiverse? So it's trying to do stuff like, if your kid dies in this universe, it's trying to take that kid from another universe and put him there. But then it creates, like, an issue in that universe. I don't know. That's my theory. But that's just a theory. A game theory. There's Ferropolis. I bet that might be the island I'm trying to get to. Oh, alright. No, not that. Boom, baby. Fine ore, nice. I will gladly take that. this isn't exactly where I was talking about. Okay, that's where they use the sky barge, but I bet the, okay, this isn't exactly where I was trying to go. But I think we can still get there. Okay, let's see what this building is. Looks like a landmark. Hell yeah. I still don't have, like, the cartographer point for this place. I don't know if there's one here, to be fair. Alright, well, who are you guys? This man has a wiry strength about him, the kind that comes from years of hard work outdoors. Let's here to see Horus. Well, our home is your home, however humble. Thank you for your hospitality. Farewell. This elegant-looking man appears lost in reverie. Humming softly to himself, he has a youthful face despite his growing crow's feet, and his voice is as gentle as if it were murmuring to a sleeping babe. Oh, hello. Oh, hello there. You come from? You're certainly on the roads less traveled. Calls out behind you. Sam, would you be an angel and brew some more tea? We have a guest. Very kind. I didn't catch your name, Mr. Goodness gracious, where are my manners? I am Horace Metcalf, lodger, childminder, and general factotum hereabouts. I also have a sideline as a weaver of dreams, I suppose, which has been surprisingly successful. You're welcome to stay a while and rest your feet. I'm sure Samuel will be happy to fix you with some refreshments. Takes a dainty sip from his porcelain teacup. So what do you do with this? So to what do we owe this serendipitous visit? I'm looking for a Dark Star mercenary. That cat's face lights up with enthusiasm. Ah, the Dark Star Company. What a thrilling topic. I simply cannot stop reading about them. There's your leader, Jack Basalt, the enigmatic Enbirian, not forgetting the terrifying Vela Kalos herself. And of course, Caxton Frost, the one best known here in the kingdom. He was a famed antiquarian and considered one of our brightest minds. So his defection was quite the scandal. Alas, he chose the wrong side in the mutiny and was incinerated by one of his own contraptions. How do you know so much about all this? Looks bashful. Ah, well, I mustn't think I'm any kind of expert, you see. Making bottled visions isn't like writing a book. You cannot control where the slumbering mind wanders. You can only influence it by choosing what fodder it will chew on. Since visions are such a vital industry, the king permits me to access literature from abroad. News pamphlets, ship schematics, Jonas's Mercenary Weekly, even the silly Kadish Rekill books. I devour every bit of reading material I can find. Although it seems he wants to say more, but shakes his head. Well, I'll stop there, eh? An artist must keep something in his pocket, eh? Mr. Metcalf, I swear by the king that I won't tell a soul. Seems to put him at ease and he laughs a little. Ha! Jolly well said. Well, I suppose there's no harm to it, as long as it's only between us. Truth is, I did not choose these visions. I am plagued by them. Dreams of gleaming sails and burning citadels, the stench of gunsmoke, and the taste of blood. I hope that bottling them might somehow pacify them, but still they come. Sometimes I dream of things I cannot possibly know. Mushroom-covered ruins in the flickering light of a star shell, watching Circo squid frolic off the prowl, sailing through the glittering forest of a siren jelly's tentacles, of kinship forged in battle, baptized in hellfire. And then there's the Ashen Woman. That's what I call her. She seems to be a reoccurring character. Of course, those bottles stay locked in my private collection. Somehow it doesn't feel safe to expose the public to her. Even now I see her, with hair like snow and eyes like twin volcanoes. Bold, passionate, sardonic, yet pensive somehow. Her left hand holds the seed of all our futures, while her right hand holds the sword that ends the world. Metcalf continues his description. All remaining doubt leaves your mind. Somehow you know exactly who he's describing. Vela. Metcalf's teacup pauses on the way to his mouth. I beg your pardon? That's Vela. You're describing Vela Kalos. He lowers the teacup slowly back to its saucer. I am? I mean, I suppose I've seen her woodcut often enough. What of it? I think you know Mr. Metcalf, or should I say Caxton Frost. Did I just accidentally find the guy I was, like the story main guy I was here to find? Dude, like he's reading the beginning of a smut book. Metcalf blinked several times. Frost? What does he have to do with... By gum, you can't possibly think I'm this Frost character, can you? I'd be fooled at first, but your dreams gave you away. Only someone who met Vela could describe her so vividly. Surely you're mistaken. How would we have ever met? This is some sort of prank. I'm afraid I find it in rather poor taste. Listen, I'm only an ordinary chap with an overactive imagination. I don't know anything about mercenaries or adventurers. My visions may be realistic, but they're pure fantasy, and this is all a silly misunderstanding. Drop the act. We both know you're not some bumbling knife. It's not just fantasy. What if the visions really happen? That's impossible. I can't sail or sword fight or any of that. The closest thing I've ever had to an adventure is getting lost in a bookshop in Bayonne. Sky ships make me nauseous. I'm no good with machines. I'm allergic to rum. Besides, how could I have gone gallivanting about in old ruins in my condition of health? I can barely walk 100 yards. Now please, can't you see I'm telling the truth? What more must I do to convince you? Faint rattling of porcelain emanates from its cup and saucer. His hands are shaking. If you don't talk, the world could be destroyed. But how, for pity's sake? How can I admit something that isn't true? Dash it all to blazes. Throws both hands up in desperation. I am not Caxton Frost! There's a moment of silence, only broken by the steady dripping of tea just splashed across the wall. Now I see. The Clockwork King has erased your memory. What? Don't be absurd. The king cannot do that. I know there's rumors, but that's all just Union disinformation. Oh, what a jolly horrid day. This is going to affect my dreams for weeks. A new dark direction for Horace Metcalf. That's what they'll say. Horace, listen to me. Your whole identity is fiction. You know, you were a dark star. So... Okay. I'll just leave you alone for now. Clearly, this conversation hit a wall. You need to find some other way of jogging Metcalf's memories. Private vision sash mentioned must be the key, but where in the house is he keeping? Alright, I don't want to do this yet. Whoa! Well, I fucked up. I fucked up. I have fucked up now. I have indeed fucked up. Okay, you know what? That brought me back to town. That's perfect, because it is 2 o'clock, and I need to get going soon. But let me go back up here. Be a sage for... Okay. Oh, not again. Guard pokes the wand inside your mouth and lays it up and down your body while the machine emits little chirps and warbles. Alright, I'm good to go. Thank you. Look, just because I died, and a god brought me back, he's a real creepy guy. I don't like him. But he did bring me back to life. Doesn't mean he gets a magic wand me again. Alright, let's hit up the inn. I'll take it. Alright. I'm going to say thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. You know I always appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow. I'm sorry, Argo. I got to go to work. I'm a working man with working man plans and working man hands. That's not true. I have soft, dainty hands that have never seen an honest day's labor. I will be back tomorrow. We're just going to be playing a game called Egg. Tomorrow is recommended by Verzier, but it's supposed to be like kind of a short game, which is nice. because I got stuff. I got to take the dog to the vet tomorrow. Yeah, egg. Let me see. Where can I drop you guys off? Perfect. Bandness is playing some Expedition 33. And we're just on the Expedition 33. Well, Argo's been on that Expedition 33 train. But we were just talking about it a minute ago. So let's drop you guys off there. All right. Have a great night, guys. Adios. And I will catch you all later.